Good evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to another edition of Slice and Dice here with the Manylands campaign. I should say a happy 2021. We're into a new year. It's the first session of 2021, session 61. So, you know, there's a lot of ones going around, and hopefully it won't be down to one party member by the end of today's session. We shall see. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome along.
Hello.
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 I just like the precedent of there's a lot of ones going around.
Maybe natural
No.
ones. Maybe there'll be a few of those from
No,
my end,
no.
possibly.
No.
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 No. Okay. So, before we jump in today, first of all, open up to the floor. Anyone have any shameless plugs they have for today? No? Excellent. Okay, that's fine, because I've got a few, so that's good. So, so it means that I'm not using up too much of your time with plugs. So, first of all...
Shameless plug!
So, welcome to 2021. A big shameless plug to our friend Pavel, friend of the channel, who has just done a Tier 1 subscription. Thank you. Woo! Literally just this second.
Pavel!
Thank you, Pavel, for subscribing. At Tier 1, you get some great stuff at Tier 1, including your first emoji. You also get... so I can't remember everything you get, but I will send you the stuff that you need. We've also got our Tier 3 subscriber who won our competition, you may remember, in December, which is Butch Housewife. Woo! Who has now received all of her Tier 3 perks, and they are many, including a form to fill out to create her own NPC that will be used in the Manylands campaign at some point. So that'll be very interesting to see what that is. As well as all the other perks. You can see all the details on all of the perks for subscribing to Slice and Dice on our Twitch page. It's literally the first box below the screen on the left-hand side. And it has the details of every single tier of subscription. And that's good kind of tiers, not bad kind of tiers like we've been having over here during the pandemic. Woo! That aside...
Shameless
I do have another
plug!
So, you may have noticed that we've got some new character art. In fact, Breena just came up just then, because we've got some cute little character art from Mari again, who's done all of the character portraits. Fantastic
She's
artist.
adorable.
Go check her out. It's Mari945 on Instagram. Mariam Safdar, she's fantastic. Go support her if you haven't already. Or maybe commission her for some work as well, because it's really, really good. Finally, on that subject, speaking of Breena, so over the last few months, we've obviously been missing Dan and Fleeting Look due to outside commitments of work and, you know, just jobs and just life. And so we've obviously wanted to keep him on board as much as possible, but we've kind of come to an agreement to kind of shuffle things a little bit, just to basically mean there's not as much pressure on him to then have to come to every session, but instead he'll be a guest star on the stream when he can make it. And that means that we now have space for one more in the party, and it just so happens that our Angelique here will now become a full-time party member. And I totally briefed these guys just before the stream about that. But still, thank you for the reactions. It's appreciated. Okay, that aside, so welcome Angelique, again, weirdly. Hope you enjoy, hope we all enjoy Breena. I have been so far, so there's definitely more to come with that. I think that's quite enough shameless plugs, so without any further ado, let's jump in with tonight's session here on Slice and Dice. And we are back. So, let's recap, because it's been a little while last time. Speaking of recaps, shameless plug, if you hadn't seen our recap already of every session so far from the very beginning, that's now on our YouTube channel, catching up from sessions 1 through 60 and everywhere in between. But anyway, what happened in session 60 in a bit more detail? Well, so first of all, Breena, having long been separated from the rest of the group due to Kerr taking her to his leader, Master Talon, then decides to head on back to find the others, see how they're getting on, and help them across the rest of the tests along the path to the Eyrie. You find the rest of the group who have short rested, some of which feeling a bit more able and stronger than they were before that short rest, leveling up and so on. And you continue on the path. You overcome the second test after some deliberation. It was a bit of a puzzle, the seesaw and how best to overcome that, but due to some ingenious use of magic, as well as just peak physical fitness, you managed to overcome that and move on to the third test with these sharp... what are they called? I'm losing my words. The fissures in the rock side where air is bursting out of it, like compressed air, just powering through there, blasting out of there. And through that first one, after being billowed by said compressed air, Brucon, attached to some rope, then George of the Jungle swings into the chamber, discovering the chamber which Breena had previously traversed. The rest of you then all go through as well together and find Master Talon there. Malar treats her wounds. She speaks of somehow having some premeditation, some previous foreknowledge of you guys arriving, that you're kind of a sign of hope coming to liberate the Eyrie. And you basically ask her, well, how do we get in there? Because we don't want to go through the front door. And she shows you the way. She had escaped before, turning into a gaseous form, but cannot do so to bring you guys with her back. But fortunately, the way back into the Eyrie via her chambers on the third floor of the Eyrie is via a waterfall, and using her elemental abilities, she turns parts of it into a set of stairs, and so you can traverse that, all of you together, end up climbing this waterfall via those icy stairs, and arrive in her chamber. And in that, there is also a chest which has the most important and valuable bits that the Aarakocra have traded with over the years. You hope that includes the potion, the ancient potion of cure curse. Unfortunately, there is no potion there. There is, however, the recipe to create said potion, and it was, in fact, the Deep Gnomes, the Sverf of Sverfhaven, of which Breena is one, who created those potions. And so with that recipe there, Breena can take that back to her people, and you should be able to create more of those potions with that recipe. So not all is not lost. However, as you're there, seeing out of the... obviously the Eyrie is fairly rudimentary in its design, with it's essentially a hollowed out mountain, or imagine an inactive volcano, I guess, on the inside, with various sort of pockmarked kind of crenellations in the wall, which are kind of function as each Aarakocra's home. It's just a room. The Master's one is the largest, has the most room in it, but it's still fairly rudimentary. And in the middle of this, that's kind of on the rock face around the outside of the ring, I guess, of the volcano. And in the center of it, you see as you look out from your hidden viewpoint, a lake of water in the very center of this monastery, and right floating above it, 30 feet in the air, is a platform of earth. It should not be there. It should in no way be floating there. It's defying gravity just by being there. And atop it is a very large tree adorned with pink leaves. This is the one that Breena was told about by Keith or Ominak, the god of truth, as he's otherwise known. This is where Breena has been told to go. She's been told to seek that out. In some ways, you could say it's a trunk that does not belong, which also means it's important to another of our party members who sadly isn't here right now. This is the Eyrie itself, with the tree at its centre. Unfortunately, it's under the guard of these Manticores, over a dozen of them, and you have observed a few of them as you've been hiding in that chamber. Formulating a plan, for you have been told where the prisoners are being held in a kind of old storage area across the way from you. Leobrin uses Major Image, one of his new magical gifts, to create an illusory gold dragon, a huge gold dragon, in the just in the middle of this place, which causes all hell to break loose as the Manticores start panicking. Some of them fly out of the roof of the Eyrie. Others just try and flee from the creature. But their leader, Manylands, doesn't seem so convinced when he spots Brucon hopping down to the ground and pegging it across the field over to this storage area, believing it to be some kind of trap. Neris and Seth then open fire on Manylands, who then flees towards the centre of the Eyrie. And at the centre of the Eyrie, where this tree is, Leobrin, you spotted a giant eagle. Not just any giant eagle, but the very same one you had seen all that time ago laughing at you when you'd been tracking the whereabouts of Jackman Winklebottom, who had gone missing with the bone dagger. And that's the thing, it seems, that these Manticores are after. Anyway, you spotted them there, and also, as this was all going on, some wyvern showed up. That's right, it's the cousins of the dragons, the wyverns, ridden by dragonborn, start invading the Eyrie, and those Manticores that fled out of the roof suddenly come flying back in again, trying to escape from these wyverns. It's all just going a bit mental at this point. And you guys are kind of observing what's happening as these Manticores are being attacked by wyverns, and the other way around. They're caught in a tussle. You've spotted at least half a dozen of these wyverns already, and you get the sense there are more of them. It's going to be a race against time, guys. What are you doing at this point?
Well, just one thing to notice, and
Yes.
apologies, I was getting slightly distracted there, so you may have mentioned this already, but just to be absolutely clear, and it's in my notes, one of the last thing Brucon did was unstopper the ever-smoking bottle.
Sorry, you're quite right. I didn't mention that. Yes, you did. You found the young boy Will inside one of the cells. This one, none of the cells have roofs. But this one was outside of the storage area, and you found him, tried to ruminate on how to break in and get him out, and first thing you did, you've unstoppered the ever-smoking bottle, so smoke has now started erupting around you, meaning you're heavily obscured. Exactly, you've just dropped a smoke bomb. I think we'll go to the rest of the party first then. The rest of you, at the looking out of the entrance here, what are you doing?
How far did our speedy Gonzales monk get away from us?
Oh, he is a good 200 feet.
How are you this fast, man?
Boost of speed, bro. And also monk.
That too.
Now level 6 monk.
Now there's a war of the worlds going on between us and you.
Meep meep.
Quite literally.
So, is it anarchy yet, or are these wyverns just pouring in, or is it chaos, or is there a state of resistance? Have we been noticed?
You don't seem to have been noticed as such yet. The Manticores and the wyverns seem to be locked in a deadly duel with each other. Not much mind has been paid to you at this point, except by Manylands, who's fleeing to the centre. He's obviously just been attacked by two of you, and the giant eagle that's been having a staring contest with Leobrin, which again is at the centre, which is a long way from you. Maybe 120 feet to the edge of the platform. It's a long way.
Go on, James.
I was going to say, to turn to everyone, it's like, should we help? Should we get to Brucon and attack anything along the way while we try and get to him? He's kind of alone over there now.
Oh, agreed, Mr. Stephen. Any plan would be of great benefit right now, and that's the best I can come up with.
Oh, the tree. Is that? Sorry, did you say that's like in the air, or is it like in the middle on the floor?
It's in the air, yes. So directly below it is the lake.
And that's where the eagle was?
Yes.
To get to Brucon, would we have to like run over there, go across water, or can we go around?
No, you can go around. That's exactly what he did. Went around.
I'm not dwarf monk Jesus just yet. That's a couple of levels off yet.
Last I remember, I was throwing fireballs at Manticores and screaming in Draconic. So, is there any response to that?
Well, you hit. If you remember, you hit the Manticore with the fireball, and then as soon as that stopped, a wyvern rider swooped in there and slayed that Manticore.
Yeah.
So that one is dead.
Did they notice, or am I just gonna be okay to just
it doesn't seem
they've
located you yet. They haven't really.
Even though I'm on fire. Okay, great, love it.
Yeah, it seems not much attention has been paid to you yet. But that being said, I'm sure give it a few seconds.
Give it time.
People will start asking questions.
Was Kerr still with us, or
Kerr's
did he
still
not
with you?
climb?
Yes.
He is. I'm gonna turn to the master and ask her. Kerr has carried me and kept me safe so far. I think I'll do a bit better if I have his speed carrying me down. I'm very small. Would you ask him to take me down? And then he can hide and, fly to safety.
And
I just need to get down
waves
quickly.
her hand in front of you as if to signal to stop. And just issues her hand over to Kerr, who you can see has already put the papoose on.
I'll smile at him and climb in. We need to get down.
Is this going to be Breena's is Breena's mount from here on just going to be?
Seems that way. I'm keeping him.
Wearing a papoose. Just there, like kind of sitting there as he flies around. This is incredibly convenient. I should do this all the time.
My character design is two characters strapped together so that I have both the movement speed of this one.
I mean, you can have
spellcasting of that
in a trench coat, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Three goblins in a trench coat was as a genuine character build sort of school.
Yeah, all sorts of nonsense. Yeah.
Sorry. The people riding the wyverns are Dragonborn. So these are from Rachia, who we're not at war with.
I think that's a fairly easy leap to make. Yes.
So we just go about business.
Let's run to Brucon and get the help.
Yeah.
And blast the fuck out of any Manticore on the way. Mainly Mange Fur because he ran away.
Leo, do you mind making a history check, please?
History? Sure. 15.
Okay, cool. I'd say, sort of as an addendum to what you already stated, that whilst there is no open conflict between Rachir and Burikrin, there is very much there is a hostility between the two nations. And supposedly there is rumours of war underground. They're fighting over resources. A Cold War of sorts.
Yeah. But that's probably not like let's fire on civilians.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So we're relatively safe from these wyvern riders. The Manticores are in trouble.
Maybe so. Yeah.
That problem is over there. Let's deal with saving the little people.
Okie dokie.
Save the little people and run it.
So you guys obviously have recognised that it's 30 feet down to the ground from your position, and there are no stairs because these creatures fly. obviously Brucon could use his techniques to avoid damaging himself on the fall, and that should be okay again for some of you because Breena's currently mounting an Aarakocra, as it were, and Seth has his ring of featherfall.
Freezing.
Yeah, I don't think it through, and I just jump.
Yeah.
Down you go. You fall. It's incredible how slowly you fall down to the ground. Looks graceful almost. The rest of you just watching him do so. What are the rest of you doing?
Malar will run around the edge.
Run around the edge of what?
Running to pursue Brucon.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to drop down to the floor as well because you're the 30
we're on a ledge.
Bird people don't need stairs.
People.
Yeah, you're in a space belonging to people who can fly whenever they feel like it. Unfortunately,
they didn't have visitors in mind.
So we can't easily go. So we can't easily go down to.
I mean, without getting some kind of
damage.
What are you waiting
ladder.
for? Come on, hurry up! It's an easy 30-foot jump.
Turn around.
Deception.
Is Giant Eagle still present?
As Seth says that, Neris looks at him and makes a rude gesture with her hand.
Nice.
No! Fire at the Manticores!
Imagine the most unamused face in the world and a rude gesture. Pick a gesture.
I'm trying to remember. Was it Speak with Beast to talk to the Giant Eagle?
Speak with
Speak with
animals.
animals. Yeah, cool. Speaking with animals.
It is the only requirement in terms of distance, as long as it can hear you. There's not like a set range.
No, it's a self spell. I cast it on myself.
Yep, perfect.
And then
that's fine. Just wanted to double check because he is a bit of a way away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Excuse me. I believe we almost met beforehand.
It does not respond.
Any chance you would care to give us a lift? Okay, good. So you understand me. What exactly are you doing?
And it just gets out of the tree and starts flying away, just up towards the roof.
Right. Okay.
Malar takes out a length of rope and looks to see if he can secure.
Now you're thinking with portals. Yes, there are a few things in here that you know. It's mostly carved out of stone, so you can affix it to one of the bits in here for sure.
Sure, I'll do that. Throw it down and start to.
Yeah, sure. Are there any skills that that Malar has that he think that would be useful for tying knots? Because I was going to say sleight of hand.
Does he know anything about the history of knots?
You know what? Yeah, go on, make a history check. Why not?
Right.
I mean, it could make sense if you roll well. Yeah, go for it.
9.
Okay, you wrap some rope around a column, it's more of a stalagmite, but still, you wrap some rope around it. Do a basic, shoelace knot. Seems okay. Give it a test. Doesn't seem to be giving way. I think you're okay.
I go down.
All right. Get onto the rope and you start your descent. Can you make a what is this going to be? This will be a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. 18.
18. Okay, you feel the rope snap as you put your weight on it, but you react quickly enough to grab the ledge, so you're now dangling from the ledge. You haven't taken any damage. The rope, however, has now fallen down. obviously snapping just beyond where you grasped it. Neris is on the edge, kind of just seeing this happen, and you're just right there. The rest of you, so Leobrin and Breena and Kerr, are also there to witness this as well. If you want to give him a hand, you can just leave him dangling. It's fine.
I mean,
No, fuck it. Okay, we need to get on with this.
Yeah.
Malar, let's go.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I move out the way. I move out the way.
Good call.
Time for the
there
old
was like the microphone, like, move out the way. Did you hear me?
I was gonna fly down and get the. I'm gonna fly down and get the rope, but okay.
No, let's just. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Yeah,
go.
you're right.
Prone,
Go.
you go
Makes
prone.
sense.
You go prone and take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. So it's not so bad. Some terrible.
Worth it.
rolls,
Jump down, everyone.
AKA cure wounds.
With that, Seth, as you have touched the ground and you look to where Brucon is, and you can see just smoke billowing out of the area, just a thick, dense cloud of grey smoke. Recognizing that it's the ever-smoking bottle because you've seen this before, but it seems that has taken the attention of some of these creatures. You see some wyvern riders start heading in that direction towards the smoke. And one of them, in fact, turns and lands straight in front of you.
Cash. Cool.
Starts baring its teeth at you, while the rider you hear shouting in common at you.
What's he shouting?
He shouts, "There you are, traitors! Come to take Rashir, have you?"
What? No, we're here to kill the Manticores and save the little people.
Can everyone needs to roll initiative?
I wasn't that bad.
True. That was one of your more reasonable acts of diplomacy.
But still, Seth.
We don't need more enemies.
No, there's enough shit going on here already with the crazy imaginary dragon. Okay. Oh, I need to roll another one.
I feel like maybe speaking Draconic might help. Maybe.
Yeah,
They do.
dragon lady, speak to the dragon.
Alrighty then. So did anyone get 20 or above?
What?
Seth, yes.
Normal service has resumed.
Yes. Welcome to 2021. What did you get, Seth?
22.
Great. 22. Cool. Anyone else 20 or above? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Okie dokie. 20 to 15.
Brucon literally rolled a 15, but
18.
Same
18 for Leobrin.
So 18 altogether for Leobrin, and that was 15 altogether for Brucon?
And for Neris, yep.
And for Neris,
Yep.
yep. Great. Any dibs on who goes first out of you two?
Roll for it.
Sure. D20.
Yep.
I rolled a natural 1.
Only roll the 6.
There we go.
Not that I had to specify that it was a natural 1 when it was a roll-off with no bonuses applied.
Always go first with
All
Neris.
over it now.
Gives
I
you-
don't know.
It gives you time to get out of the blast range.
15 to 10.
10 for Breena.
10 for Breena. Anyone else?
Oh, DK.
What did you get? What'd you get?
Feel bads.
What'd you get, Malar?
7.
Oh,
7.
That's not the worst. That's not the worst.
Titan 6.
Well, exactly.
Is it? Question: is it physically possible for Seth to roll a 6 on initiative? I don't think it is it?
No, my initiative's +8.
It's impossible
9
for
is
him
the
to
lowest
roll
I
an
can
8.
go.
He has to get 9 or above.
As long as he's on our side.
Yeah.
Your initiative is +8. It's -1 for Breena.
By the way, while we're working this out, I'm gonna put a shameless plug in here because oh my
All right.
god, this is not sponsored. Oh come on!
Come on.
There you go. Come on! I don't know if you
Is
can
that-
see it.
Yeah.
Is
It's
that
a candle that's like themed like to The Witcher, the Geralt of Rivia. This thing, and you have like all the Lord of the Rings themed ones. And I'm not sponsored by them. I just love the Reading Room Candle Company.
I feel like
on
most of them.
Etsy, like forever.
I really thought
Ever.
I'll check those
you
out.
were like shameless plugging your thumb. You were like, guys, look at
Guys, shameless plug.
Behold,
this. And the guy's
opposable
got thumb
thumb.
next
Yeah.
to the thumb.
Just
Behold.
imagining most
Be
of
jealous.
them. Imagining most Lord of the Rings and Geralt candles are all going to smell of horses and leather.
Well, you'd think, but they actually don't. Because at this point, pretty much everything else I own does. And I needed
thank
something
you.
to break that up.
Pavel says this is better than a Gwyneth Paltrow candle.
Well,
hope
it is.
so.
It is
I
better.
hope
It is
so.
better. No, it's just this lady in Northern Ireland that makes them, and it might take a while to get them, but they're just. Yes, they're eco and vegan or whatever, but they just smell really nice.
That's great.
Ooh, what do we have? Hello.
What is that?
That is meant to be the
Isn't it?
dragon because I hadn't built a 20
I want one.
dragon.
Okay.
So this is actually a crocodile we used for the one shot, the Amphail Assassin game.
I
but
worried
it's-
it came out of the lake or something.
Oh no! Apologies. That is meant to be the dragon, and it's actually not there in that place anyway. So just ignore that. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. All right. Okay. So we've got you guys up there, along with my display. Brilliant. And then below we've got Seth and Malar, who's prone on the ground, and a wyvern rider bearing down on you. Sue, top of the round is Seth.
How far away is Mangefur from me? Because you said he was going towards the middle of the room.
You're quite right. Mangefur is at this point he's pretty much at the tree, so he is approximately from the position it's approximately going to be about 80 feet.
Cool. I've got hands in the air, hand and shield up in the air to this guy. And I'm like, no, we're here to save the small people and the moon runners from the Manticores. Like, look, fuck that guy. And I'm going to cast Hex on Mangefur, and then I'm going to fire an Eldritch Blast at him. See?
So it's
Fuck
like
the
from hands
Manticores.
up
We don't like them.
to trust us.
Yeah, trust us. Look, see? Fuck Manticores. And I fire 2 blasts at a Manticore.
Okay, go for it. Fire Eldritch Blasts.
Cool. So that's 16.
Pretty sure that hits, yeah.
And 16.
And another 16, so that is 2 hits.
Sorry for the slowness. I forgot to bring my dice in, so I'm using
It's
D&D
fine. I
things.
frantically
I'm
have to
clicking it.
move between pages, so it's absolutely
So
fine.
that's 9 force damage and 10 force damage, and then Hex. 19, 23, 28 force, 28 force, and what damage is from Hex?
It's necrotic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
1d6.
What ability are you
So-
cursing?
I use regular Hex because Hex Blade's curse is 30-foot range.
No, I might be misremembering, but when you
Yeah,
cast
you can give them disadvantage on one ability check type.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I completely forgot that. I was only focusing on damage. Ability. Brucon is in smoke, so I'll go for what would he use? He'll use perception, so wisdom.
Yeah,
so he
checks,
can't
not
see him
saves.
as well.
Nice.
Yes, we in the other campaign I'm in, we fought against Strahd, and we have a warlock with Hex, and I was there going, "Oh, if only Hex could affect wisdom saving throws. It would make that fight dramatically easier. Although we won.
So sorry, remind me, how much damage did you do, Seth?
28.
20. Well, I did 19 from Eldritch Blast and 5 and a 4 from Hex. So 9 from Hex.
Yep. So 28 altogether.
Yeah, 28.
Lovely. Thank you.
Cool. I like D&D controller. It gives me nice numbers.
Damn, bro.
Multi-classing. Well, actually, it's just warlock stuff. Yeah.
Does the wyvern look less pissed at me?
No, it's still fronting, but it's still bearing down on you. You see the rider does turn its head and see your eldritch strike, lightning kind of reaching out and hitting the creature, the manticore, but then it just kind of turns back to you. It still seems.
Am I in melee with it?
You're not in melee range now.
Is there any way? Is there much I can back up? Maybe like towards Malar?
I mean, Malar is next to you, but yeah, you could. There's actually as I said. As I said with
can I back up away from Malar?
You can do. In fact, there are behind you. There are more of these indents in the rock wall, which are clearly Aarakocra nests, if you like. So, and there's one directly behind you, so you could move into that if you wanted to.
I don't want to go too far back in case it looks like I'm using like blasting as a distraction. So I'm just gonna move like 5 foot, just 5 foot back to be like, cool, don't eat me.
We're cool now, yeah. We're cool, right? He's just backing off. Yep, fine.
We're cool. See, we hate Manticores too.
Okay, cool. That's your turn. Leo Breena, you're next. And watching this giant eagle flying away from you.
Yeah. Well, and also having Seth yelling at a dragonborn.
Yes,
at a wyvern.
Dragonborn.
Are we staying for combat, or are we going down the hole? No one? Okay.
You're 30 foot up. I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, you're being blasted down you're down the hole. 30 foot? That's not far.
No, especially in this kind of echoey chamber. Although it's very large, I imagine the acoustics are pretty good here.
Fine,
but there's a cacophony of
everyone
noise,
jump.
so I guess.
Leo, go super carefully. 5 foot can kill you.
Oh, yeah. Gosh knows how to get down here.
You could try the whole rope thing too.
Try a rope thing. You know what? If we're firing at Manticores, I'll fire at that Manticore as well.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's just drop a couple of Eldritches. Eldry. An 18 and a 12.
Okay, the 12 misses, but the other one hits.
Cool. 6 force damage.
6 force damage, very nice. It is a hit.
Help.
This time a mauve streak of eldritch energy flies out and hits the creature. Again, the wyvern rider's a little bit confused by this, but yes.
We're helping.
Having his preconceptions challenged.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be an awkward process.
Are you doing anything else, Leo?
I mean, trying to climb down with rope.
Yeah,
is getting a rope set up. Getting a rope set up is going to be an action. So
yeah, I mean, I'll say you can retrieve the rope from your pack as a free action, but yeah, to actually start, tying it to things, that would be an action, I'd say.
Or climbing 30 foot. Let me just have a look at my health. Moving on.
And
Look at my health. No, it's still terrible. Okay.
Did I spontaneously generate 40 extra hit points when I wasn't looking between sessions? No? Okay then.
Yeah, I mean, I could
Who's next?
I could survive the average drop this is. It might not be the average amount of damage.
This is the issue, yeah. Okay.
Neris?
Neris is next, yeah.
okay, yeah, well, I was thinking Neris can actually set up the rope. If
Yeah,
that's the
you can
thing.
do that.
Yeah.
You can of course do that as your action. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
do you think do you have any skills that you think would be useful for tying this, securing this rope? I was going to opt for sleight of hand if nothing else, but if you've got something else you think would be relevant, like a history for Malar last time, then go for it. Or tool
No, I've
proficiencies, for
got
instance.
decent deception, intimidation, persuasion.
Damn it! I need to talk to people,
Yeah,
not,
that works.
not
Yeah.
practical things.
Well, the other thing was, would it be an action to shout at the guy?
No, you can shout at him for free, provided it's not
Yes,
too extensive
score.
a conversation. You can. They say
Yeah.
like what was it, 6-7 words, but I'd say what you could fit into a few seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, I just, as I'm setting up the rope, I'd probably yell down. It's like, we're on your side. We're not here to challenge you in what's it, Draconic.
In Draconic, all right.
Just to be like appealing to his, maybe like trying to persuade him to not be a raving
well,
lunatic.
yes. Now you can make a persuasion check. Of course you can. Yes. Yeah.
That's what
I
I'd
need
like
to
to
talk
do.
to things, not attach ropes. Yeah, go for it.
Well, that I feel that's good, but at least if I can start helping in some way, I don't know, to get the rope set up.
They might
Well,
help you down, actually,
yeah,
if you convince them.
Yeah. So that is a 14 plus, was it 6? So non-natural 20.
A non-natural 20. The wyvern rider looks up at you, and beneath their ornate helm, you can see these yellow reptilian eyes looking up at you, and you can also see a bit of its scales. It seems this dragonborn is appears to be of a it's kind of got a clay-like colour to it, which is fairly common for Rashiri dragonborn. Then the dragonborn of the chromatic dragons, that's from eons and eons ago. That's been highly diluted over time, so they generally have this kind of brownish mixture of colours to their scales. But you do see some flecks of blue in there as well with this one, and it seems to then have its attention completely on you, looking you directly in the eye despite the distance between you.
How exciting.
And says nothing. Brucon, you're next, and let's move the camera over to you so you can see what's going on over here. It's a big old map, and here you are in the smoke. There is smoke everywhere.
Sure is smoky in here.
Oh dear.
Okay. It's a young boy in this cell, isn't it? It's
Yes,
not
correct.
Yeah. Did I get his name?
Yeah, it's Will. He said his name's Will.
Will. That was it. Okay. Brucon, can Brucon see Will through the smoke? Or
Very
is
hard to see him, but you know where he is due to the with the smoke. 'cause
Okay.
you're
Well,
right up against the.
yeah, okay. Well, the very first thing Brucon goes now. Don't you worry, young man. This is just some sort of cover that I've ginned up for us, so we won't be the subject of unwanted attention now. And Brucon steps back a foot or so and sizes up the bars of the cage. Construction-wise, what are we looking at here?
I think I said last time, but correct me if I'm wrong from last time, but I believe it was 10 feet tall, but only a 5 feet dimension cage that this thing's in.
5 feet tall, did you say?
Sorry, so 10 feet tall, 5 feet wide.
Yeah, 10 feet tall. 5
each
feet wide.
face. So it's all.
And are they like slick? What's the like? Brucon kind of reaches out and takes a hold of one and sort of sees if it's something he could potentially scale.
Right, they're a bit rusted, so that means that they're not shiny and slick. So yeah, you could potentially climb them. It'd be difficult, but it's possible.
Okay, Brucon pulls out his rope, or some of his rope, because of course he has ridiculous quantities of it. Actually, no, in fact,
You've lost some of it now, but you've got some left for
I
sure.
know, but he's still got like 100 foot of it. Like,
Yeah.
Brucon's got so much rope. Don't ask any questions about why Brucon has so much rope, guys. Okay, Brucon is going to pull out one of his nets actually, and see about fastening it to himself in a kind of.
I get you. Yep.
Like a cloak or something along those lines.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was
Like
thinking you were trying to attach it to the thing to catch you, like a harness.
He wants to turn himself into a rope, into a very short rope ladder.
Aha. That's cool. I like that. All right, for this, I'll say that just make a sleight of hand check for this.
Yeah.
Nimble
21.
finger work. How did you
21.
do? 21. Yep, fine. You now have a a webbing-like cloak attached to you.
Bitching, and thus was born Netman, the man born by a radioactive net with the strength and powers of a net. Brucon's going to try and climb the bars.
Okay, so I would. So I will say that attaching the thing was your action, and then you can climb it just with movement. So if you want to make an athletics check to climb.
Is it possible for him to try and wall run up?
Is that something you can do yet? Running up walls?
I don't mean like. I'm trying to make a pitch for rather than just kind of grabbing it and going hand over hand, trying to do something a bit more stunt-like.
If you're angling for an acrobatics check,
that would be nice.
By doing that, then I think you can. It will affect the DC, but you can give it a go for sure.
Okay, the DC has never been a major concern for Brucon when it comes to stunts.
I don't care about how difficult it is. Damn it, it's all about the style.
It's all about the flair. Parkour, yes. Okay, so acrobatics then. Here we go. We have. Oh dear. Well, that is a 9.
Oh, getting into some serious acro right now. With a 9, you go to start running up, almost like in those Hollywood films where they try and run up the wall and they're just and scraping against the bars and then you fall flat on your back. You do also manage to get your legs astride one of the poles of the cell. Don't do any damage, but it was a close call. You could have done some damage if you'd slipped further in.
Okie dokie. Right, well, Brucon kind of like has a moment, looks around himself and goes, well, the important thing is I'm up, and that's his turn.
Excellent. And you can stand up with the rest of your movement if you want to, because you don't get very far. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Brucon was prone, he can stand up with 5 feet of movement now.
Well, that's equally true, but yes. You can stand up, it's fine. It's like it never happened, and you're in the smoke, so nobody would have seen it, so no embarrassment. It's all good.
Yep.
Anyway. So next up are the wyvern riders. So you hear, and the rest of you will see a group of 2 wyverns descending down towards the smoke. Seem to be interested in what's going on there. Meanwhile, this third one that's been gazing up at, locked in an eye duel with Neris, now is taking some action. And he speaks back to you in Draconic. You bear the mark of him. And Wyvern starts flying up towards you, and goes to grab you, Neris, in one of its claws. So
Rude.
This will be a contested grapple check. So
Rude.
either athletics or acrobatics for you to try and escape its grapple.
Oh my god, I have the wrong thingy open. Athletics or acrobatics, please.
Okay, go for it.
12. I don't think it's gonna help. The 12.
No, I rolled an 18 on the dice because my new dice are amazing. So it was a 22
God
altogether.
damn it.
So yeah, you are gripped in one of its talons, but it's
Your new
claws.
dice amazing because they start at 15.
Yeah, basically.
Basically, yes. There are only 5 sides for this
20
20-sided dice.
Didn't you roll
No, I
really
mean-
well in the cage too with those?
I did, and when it came to death saves, it was invaluable. So, spoiler! Next session of the cage, which will be next Monday, is a pretty climactic one.
That was something.
Yeah, things definitely happen there.
I've actually I know a little about this, and it makes me really want to go back and get into the cage from the start because it sounds amusing.
It's so good. It's so good. The story's great. You'll love it.
So,
Nerys,
grappled?
You've been
What's next?
grappled, and the wyvern.
Look at me just hanging out up there.
And the wyvern rider is
All
now flying
sideways.
off with you as well, off this way, trying to get away from the rest of your group. Seems to be very interested in you. Hasn't done any damage to you, but you are grappled by it.
And I'm not on fire, am I?
You're not on fire. You haven't cast any fire spells last turn, so no. And you hear in Draconic this guy shouting out, "This one bears the mark of Ashtag. I have her," and is now heading towards, and so you can see other wyvern riders turn over and pay attention to this guy, getting a better look now that you're a bit closer. Judging by his armor, this guy and his tone, this one seems to be of a rank, probably one of the officers of this group. They seem to be a militaristic bunch, anyway. So they're heading off that way. The others are investigating the smoke. Two of them, but they're going to have a hard time finding Brucon in this. Yep. No. There we go. I rolled a 2 on the dice, so there we go. There's a bad.
By the
roll.
way, Nerys just has a really not this shit again look on her face.
Stop
and it's
abducting
just-
me.
Yeah, and is just about ready to reduce this guy and pretty much all of his buddies to ash.
Cool.
It's on.
It's on like Donkey Kong. Note,
Stranger inflamer.
I'd also note that when you were taken, they've then ascended higher up. You're about 50 feet or so in the air, Nerys. So be careful what you do next. And the other one going to look as well. Disadvantage. Oh, that's a natural 1. So there we go. Some bad rolls. These wyverns cannot seem to find anything in the smoke at the moment. It's very confusing. And that's the end of their turn. So next up, it's everyone's favourite, Mengshver, who about faces. You.
He goes straight for Leo.
That's a very good point. You both attacked him from behind, so
But
No,
one of us did a lot
I'm
of
sorry.
damage.
one did a
one
lot
of you
of
did
damage. You're quite right.
dramatically more damage.
And using his common sense,
let him go
he
for Leo.
goes straight down
Seth,
towards Seth.
Oh, that's fine. That's
I
fine.
just want to point out. Come on.
Yes.
I didn't mean to make him actually go for Leo. That's fine.
I was going to say, you literally have 3 times as many hit points as Leopold. Stop trying to drop him in the khaki.
Yeah.
3 times.
You, 30% less. You person who is 30% as durable as I am. Quick, intercept the damage for me.
Seth has a
I didn't
personality
mean
and
it.
character choices, and it's great.
I didn't mean it.
I
do you
think
know what?
you did, and it's
He's a
great.
In fairness, he can't actually get right up to you because of how far away he was. I miscalculated that.
So he does come for me.
So no. He stays in the air, but he's going to unload some tail spikes, which Seth is all too familiar with because he's hunking a few of them round with him.
He's carrying about 60 kilos worth of
Yeah, it's something ridiculous like that. And throws them down towards you. Okay, there's a natural 1 there. There's a 12 to hit, which will miss, but there is also a 23, which will hit.
That will hit, and I will uncanny dodge.
Good call. Okay, you take... okay, so you would have taken 7 points of piercing damage, so that rounds it down to 3. On that third tail spike there. Nice. Only taking 1.
Another one for the collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes down. It's just bedded in my shoulder. I'm keeping this one.
My body is the quiver. Okay. Breena, you're next.
Okay, I'm gonna tug at Kerr and point towards Brucon and try to get towards Brucon.
Okay, you point towards the large
The smoke.
60-foot
Yeah.
area of smoke.
Yep. It's how I first met the gang, in a pile of smoke.
Yeah, it's
Make
true
it out.
actually. Yeah, yes, this is a good point. I'm gonna put you there because he starts. Well, I'll put him on. He's on your initiative because otherwise it's just going to get complicated.
Sure.
So we'll treat him as an animal companion, even though he is in fact a creature, that's not a beast or an animal companion.
Horrendous behaviour.
Yep.
Make use of your surroundings, right?
So you've commanded him, which is fine, and he's done it, and he moves on your initiative, and that's all gravy. You get to about there. You're not at the same level as the wyvern rider. That is just to because I've run out of stands, to be honest. But you're moving in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's my move, and then
That's your
command
move,
does an action. Oh, okay. How far away is nearest from me?
She is 20 foot above you, maybe 25 actually, because you're descending towards the smoke. And she's not that far from you, to be fair. You're talking 15 feet across. You're moving in the same direction.
Okay.
Just a much smaller flying creature.
Can I do anything? I don't think I can do anything for her. No, I can't.
Damn it.
I was looking. Mage Hand is not strong enough to push the Dragonborn rider, is it?
No, only the
oh.
telekinetic feat would have done similar to that, which is cool.
Yeah. And I don't want to attack him yet in case he's friendly. I mean.
So what else are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Breena?
Okay, I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna dash to Brucon.
You land in the smoke because Kerr. You pointed towards the smoke, and that's exactly where Kerr's gonna go. Yep. Surrounded by smoke.
I'll just yell out, Brucon, are you in here?
Quite possibly the worst person for rescuing people in cells, but yes.
I'm here. Hello. Is that Breena?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm asking that. Hello, Breena.
Hi. I'm here to help.
Oh, excellent.
think that's
Well,
probably what we're-
there's a cage here. How are you with cages?
I'm small. Can I squeeze between?
Maybe, but then you're in the cage, which does not seem to me to be an improvement.
Moving
Figure
on,
it out next round.
You can continue this next round, yes.
Yeah.
So sorry. Next up, Manylands calls out, goes,
We are betrayed!
and summons more of his Manticores.
Fight them, you imbeciles!
And a couple of them fly in here, land on the ground, sizing up Seth, who Manylands has distinctly pointed out. And they will also let loose tail spikes. Malar's prone, so that would be stupid to go for him. The first one at least, all three of them are going for Seth. Okay, one natural 1, 113, but 123, so one hit.
I think
And
you
that-
rolled the exact same as last time.
Yeah,
just
I
one
know.
higher from that 13
Apart
to
from
12.
the other dice was different. But yes, that's bizarre. I used the same dice as well. But this time more damage, 9 points of piercing damage. The other one, however, can see the two threats. I'm just going to see. All right. This one fires 2 at Seth and fires a third up at the guy on the ledge, aka Liberate. So the 2 at Seth, that's two 16s. It's a 16 and a 15 on the dice, so that's a 20 and a 21 to hit on Seth. Yep, 2 hits.
I was half listening. What were the what?
20 and a 21 to hit.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's altogether that is 18 points of piercing damage.
Could it be less?
Could it, if you had uncanny dodged that? No.
Does it have to be? It doesn't have to be.
Leo,
Hello.
that's a natural 20 against you.
It's a miss.
These
Go on,
plucky
then.
adventurers with their natural 20 missing.
Goodbye, Leo, our old friend.
You take from that one spike. You take 13 piercing
Yeah.
damage.
Perfect.
Exactly.
That
the
is
amount.
exactly what I needed.
Yeah. Do you not have the 10 hit points thing going on?
Oh no, wait. Hold
Yes,
on a
you do.
second.
I think you've got
yes,
at least
you do.
one.
Because of the level up, I have 1 HP.
Hey!
Yay!
And then, because there was a second one.
Yeah, I thought I was at 13, which was 12 plus 1, but I was at 13 plus 1.
Ah, got you. Yeah.
Which means, if this does a lot of damage, this second hit?
No, it was only one spike
only
against you,
one.
but it was a crit.
It was Seth took
Nice.
Seth took 2 for the team, like an absolute champ. Speaking of
It's just when you said when you said this needle, and I was like, which implies the existence of a second.
No,
needle.
that was just because I saw the 2 damage die, and for a moment I thought it was 2 test bites. And I was like, no, that was a crit. I lost myself for a moment there. Anyway, so you take that mighty hit, bleeding profusely. Below you. Oh, actually, sorry. Leobrin, can you roll a d20 for me, please, and let me know what you get?
Okay. Plus anything?
Nope, just the natural one.
Plus,
Just
plus,
roll the
plus a
20.
lot?
Plus
Just
nothing at
plus. Oh, what's a 5 then?
Okay, so in which case, and I need to roll a d20. Okay, a 9. Sorry, I will tell you what this means. I just need to. Okay. You suffer. So as this one strikes you, it strikes you in the ribs. In fact, it strikes so hard it breaks your ribs. You have broken ribs. Whenever you attempt an action in combat, you must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, you lose your action and can't use reactions until the start of your next turn. The injury heals if you receive magic healing, or if you spend 10 days doing nothing but rest.
Have we got special crit effect now?
So you've suffered an injury from the crit, yeah.
Okie dokie. So DC 15.
Oh, sorry, it's DC 10. Apologies. So slightly easier.
I'm gonna say that's more difficult than a Constitution save by default. That's pretty evil.
Yeah,
DC
DC
10
10
con.
Constitution saving throw. Yeah, that's the broken ribs injury.
Or no action reaction.
But that may well be null and void because it's Malar up next. And Malar, you're on your back and you've just seen Leobrin get struck by a tail spike.
But Malar's at the bottom of the pit.
He is, which is 30 feet away. So it's up to whatever Malar's. He may be able to do something about that if he chooses to, but I don't know. Malar, it's your turn.
Assuming I'm lying on my back and I've just watched Leo get impaled.
Yep.
If I can still see him, I'll bark out a healing word for. There we go. 3, 7 plus another 3, 10 points of healing.
Ooh.
I'll
that gets
roll
rid of your
over.
injury as well, that magic healing. So all
Oh,
that
there we
time
go.
wasted. There we go.
Roll over, stand up. Assuming that guy that Seth was talking to is still relatively closer.
As in the wyvern rider, he's just abducted Neris.
He
He's fine.
kidnapped Neris.
Okay, then I'm gonna. How far away is main sir?
He is 60 feet.
There was a moment there, DK, where your hand gesture, you were doing like this, you go, "I'm gonna," and I was like, and I genuinely thought the end of the sentence was Hadouken him. What are you good?
I'll
Yes.
throw out a Toll the Dead at him. So that's a
Sure.
wisdom.
Wisdom save. Oh, that's a fail. 5 on the dice. So
Jolly
so
good,
2
jolly good.
d12s of damage. Oh.
Is it 2d12s? Is it?
Yes, d12 because
It jumps.
hit
It
already.
jumps. That's lovely. Yeah.
It's 6 points of necrotic damage, and I'll
Nice.
move closer to Seth. I'll put 5 foot between us, but I'll be sort of holding the line with him.
Sounds good. Or friends. Maybe it could be your new best friend. Who knows? That's Malar, and then finally it's the Aarakocra. So, Leobrin, you feel you feel a Master Talon clap you on the back, and looks you dead in the eye. Are you all right? Do you need assistance?
No, I'm perfectly fine. This is adventuring. This is what we do.
You do need assistance.
To get down. That one. Yes. Thank you.
That is exactly what she was inferring. So yeah. Okay, so if you're willing, she'll grab you and will attempt to try and fly you down. But this is going to require a check.
I am a full weight person.
You are a
and
full
this is
weight
a
person.
single Aarakocra.
Exactly.
Whereas they prefer to do 2 for a small.
Exactly. So this could be an issue. Okay, but here we go. And at first, you feel you start to plummet in her arms, and then right at the last second before you hit the deck, suddenly this torrent of it's like a tornado almost of air just bursts up from the floor, weathering you both, catching you for a second. You hover, and then both glide gently to the floor.
Good.
And then she buggers off to one side. Goes. Continue the fight. I will summon my forces.
Thank you. Right.
Let's get it out of the way. And you see from her hidey hole that she goes over to that she signals up to a group of Aarakocra to one side. And you hear them all start chanting. Many of them, it kind of echoes around the Eyrie, all around you now. It appears the noise is just coming from everywhere. It's because of the reverberations that are bouncing off it. Anyway, some kind of ancient chant. It appears some kind of ritual is about. And that is all that happens for now. So, top of the round, over to Seth.
Cool. How does Mange Fur look?
He's taken a couple of hits, but he's looking as mangy as ever.
Cool. I'm on 9 HP. So...
Hey, I've got more HP than you.
The one time he ever gets to say
You
that.
can direct attacks towards me now, Seth.
I'm considering being a bitch and taking the dodge action.
It's a sensible
Oh, that's
strategy.
good.
You're a rogue. You can.
I can't bonus action.
Oh, it's dash, disengage, and hide, not dodge.
It's monks who get to dodge as a bonus
Yeah,
action.
All those key
that
points.
costs you money.
Fuck it, I attack.
Which one?
I'll fire two Eldritch Blasts at Mangy, because
Alright,
he's still
go for
got
it.
Hex on him.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
15?
Yeah, that hits. That is his armor class.
Ooh. And 25.
Jesus.
25 points of damage. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
No, 25 to hit for the second blast.
Oh,
That was a
sorry.
blast,
Yes.
two
So
blasts.
2 hits. Sorry. Yeah.
25 is probably more than I'll roll now. Can I take that back?
No, your honesty is appreciated.
Cool. First Eldritch Blast.
But not rewarded in
9.
any way.
9.
First
Okay.
Eldritch Blast 9 and a 4. That's 13 force damage. And from the Hex,
Yep.
that's 6. And a 3. So 9 poison damage. Nope, necrotic, sorry.
Stop trying to make everything poison. God. Nice.
Stop trying to make poison.
I've never used
Stop trying to make
Hex
poison
before.
happen. It's not
This
gonna
is.
happen.
I keep getting confused when I do multiple types of damage.
Yes, the pain is real. It's understandable.
And it's-
Understandable.
It's a bit more difficult now because with D&D Beyond, I'm using the like button thing, so I keep rolling individual dice. Like, okay, click again, keep adding slowly but surely.
Yeah, I sympathise.
Just like rolling actual dice.
If you did them one at a time. Okay. Cool. Nice.
And
good amount of damage
dice?
there. And you doing anything else with your bonus action?
Oh, yes. I don't need to stand out in the middle of nowhere. I'd like to back the fuck up into that cave behind me.
Yeah, you can do that.
I don't know if it helps. Can I take bonus action hide if I do break their line of sight?
You can. You can attempt to hide from. It's going to be difficult from Mange Fur, but from the other two, yeah, you can have them. You can get out of sight pretty quickly.
That's fine. Yeah, I just got attacked by like 9 spears, so I'd like to avoid as many as possible.
Yeah.
So if I can get into that
entirely
room
reasonable.
and if I can get cover behind anything, that would be great. But if I can just break their line of sight and hide, that would be even better.
I mean, Seth has many things, but immortal, not one of them yet, anyway.
Yeah, I have gone unconscious
Well, that's
from
a
being
horrifying
pushed
thought.
downstairs. I don't want to die.
No, that's fair. All right. So, what'd you get for your hide?
29.
Okay, 29. You disappear into the shadows. Think that Mange Fur can't even see you, or at least not paying any attention to you.
I start
Almost like you
walking back,
melded into the
just
stone
away.
behind you.
I walk away from the 3 Manticores and just whisper to the only person down there next to me, "You've got this, Mala. Just back away."
Okie dokie.
And come back for my beer.
In fairness, yeah. If it was just you down there, I don't think you wouldn't succeed on the hide check because they just know you've gone in there. They just know you're there. But as the others are there to distract, that does aid your hiding. So Leo, you are next, and you're now at the bottom next to Malar, who's just been told he can do this.
Cool. And also some Manticores.
There are some Manticores bearing down on you. Yep. They need to close the gap. They're at least 25 feet away.
Oh, 25 foot. Such
Oh, yeah.
a long distance for Manticores to be at. Yes. Good. I mean, technically I'm still creating a dragon flying around, or did I get rid of that? That's still flying around.
It's still there, causing havoc. Yeah, or illusory havoc.
Yes. I mean, it's causing real havoc.
Yeah, it's causing panic. That is palpable.
I just don't know whether I can try and bring that down to get in the way, or wait, how many Manticores is that next to us? 3.
So there's the Mange Fur in the air, and then there's 2 on the ground who've just turned up.
And they are how far apart from each other?
Oh, about 20 feet apart.
20 feet from
One
the furthest Manticore to the nearest Manticore.
Sorry, I wasn't including Mange Fur in that. That was between the 2 on the ground. With him as well, he's like 30 feet in the air, so he's a bit further away.
Oh, okay. I could only get 2 of them at the same time. But I can get 2 of them at the same time. So I'll
Shatter?
do that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Con save,
Pop
right?
those 2. Con save. Oh, yeah. Con save DC 15.
Okay, 1 success and 1 fail.
Shocking. Okay. 17 for the fail.
Yep.
And 8 for the success.
Sweet. Blast of thunderous energy rocks them both, but he's managed to stay standing. One looks like they took quite a hit from that. The other one not so much.
Yeah, cool. And then, they're all still standing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time to beat a hasty retreat. Yeah, I think getting to cover. Yeah, the only access is that small tunnel behind, right?
There's a few of them. They're just pot marking the entirety of the wall around this this entire complex.
Okay. And they are any of them smaller than a manticore?
They look wide enough to accommodate a manticore, unfortunately.
Rude. Very rude. In that case, head down the same one Seth did.
Okay.
Don't hide with me.
I mean, you've used your action already, but you can go in there for sure.
Yeah.
Is your illusion still rampaging?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot
It
about
was
the con check, the concentration check when you were shish kebabbed, but
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah. How much damage? It was 13, so
It was less
13
than 10.
Yeah, still be a 10.
There's no dragon.
Oh, it's gone. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Benefits of having a negative con.
Oh my god, you have a negative con.
Do some cool spells though. Just the concentration ones can be tricky if you get hit, but then everything's tricky if you get hit with a negative con. But anyway, the dragon's gone.
Moving on. I'm feeling judged.
Dragon. Hey, no
Well,
judgment at all. That was
confusion
an
might
excellent
make-
plan.
No, about my con.
Oh no, it's just it's not judgment at all. It's if anything, it's more awe. Because I've never seen a character with it, and also one who's got a negative con who survived this long is just incredible.
All right. Well, let's see how the tunnel holds up.
Let's see how the tunnel holds, because you've now got a ceiling above you. Neris,
Yeah.
you're next. You are being grappled and are being held in midair by this wyvern rider.
So I want to take my what is that little magnetic disc thing?
Yes.
The disc of bondage.
The graphite slate, yeah.
Graphite slate, that was the one. And I'd like to throw it at the rider.
Yes, so it needs to make is it a strength save? I think it says on the it says on
I'm so bad at this, I swear to God.
so you bring it up on your
There we go.
equipment, I
Yes,
think.
there we go. It says,
DC 20 strength saving throw.
there we go. See, Bart comes to the rescue.
Okay, well, I've rolled an 18 on the dice, so it was 21. So
Right.
it-
What?
Oh.
What?
+3.
Oh no, sorry. It's
Sorry,
actually
what?
It's actually higher than that because of his character class, so it'd be 23. Sorry. So he succeeds. So now the graphite slate appears in midair. It attempts to wrap its arcane tendrils around this rider, who strikes at it with his sword, keeping it at bay, and then continues to fly. And then you watch the graphite slate just plummet down to the floor because it can't hover in the air above 3 feet.
I
So
don't
it
get a
just
chance
drops.
to catch it.
I mean, I don't see how you're going to catch it. To be honest, I mean, you can try and wrap
Yeah.
yourself in it.
But
maybe.
if I can throw it.
Well, you don't throw it. The graphite slate is what you use to summon the little piece you hold is to summon the big piece. So it's not that you throw it at it; it's that you use it as
Oh,
a
right.
focus.
Ah.
However,
Okay.
So you've still got the summony bit. So that's
so you
fine.
still got the summony bit. However, what I would say is, if you want to, and only if you want to, Neris, you can attempt to, before it falls to the ground, you can attempt to put yourself in its path, because then that
No.
will force you to make the saving throw. No, okay. Just thought it might free
No.
you from the. No, okay, that's fine.
No.
It drops to the
No.
ground. It drops to the ground,
Um,
and I think it disappears because it can't go over an elevation more than 10 feet, right? Or it. Does it say on the item? It should say something about that. It says-
It can't move. It says it can't cross an elevation change or move across a 10-foot deep.
It can. Yeah, it will fall if it's the same
It just
as
falls down,
Tensor's,
right?
It will just
Yes.
fall
Goes
down
away.
to ground level. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, but if it's more than 60 foot away from you, then it disappears.
100. It's
100. 100.
Oh, excellent. So it
Is-
still exists then. It's just on the ground. Fine. Easy.
That was my action, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Got a bonus though from the
So,
meta magic
yeah.
and shenanigans.
don't think
I
that's
mean-
a quicken spell.
But slash convert sorcery points and all that stuff.
No, I need to get this idiot to let go of me.
Oh yes, you could
Talking
try
is pretty-
reasoning with him as well.
There's no reasoning. No reasoning with these guys. Right, so cantrips are an action, aren't they?
Unless
just
it's
trying to
otherwise,
remember
but
ahead.
yeah.
It depends on the cantrip, but all yours I'm pretty sure are,
Yeah, you don't have any bonus action spells or attacks.
I
And
think
how, like, the likelihood of him succeeding that, seriously.
Mhm. Yeah, it's escaping the
Because
grapple.
I had a
yeah.
whole thing of stuff I wanted to do, and I was just like, ugh.
You got to get out of his clutches.
It's
yeah.
like the curse of Neris is to be stuck in situations where she can literally do nothing.
I mean, you let off a fireball last
Right.
time, so
Okay.
you've had some fiery stuff going on. But
Yeah,
yes,
but the
you
amount
need
of
to get out of
times
this,
she's
yeah.
been grappled or incapacitated is just beyond belief.
Yeah.
It's
agreed.
bad luck.
Yeah.
Right. Oh God, what to do? All right. I guess I'll just threaten, because I can't really cast anything right now.
All right.
I guess you know what? Bonus action: convert the 5 sorcery points into another 3rd level spell.
Sounds
If
good.
that's the case, isn't it?
Yeah,
And I'll just say without any rolling or anything, I'll just for dramatic effect. Like, let me go, and I won't reduce you to ash. With
Okay.
the most menacing possible tone. you
Hey,
could muster.
it's all roleplay. We love roleplay. It's all good. Next up is Brucon
Yeah.
in the smoke.
So Brucon's so Brucon's on the ground.
Yep.
I mean, or rather, he's standing up, but he kind of looks around to see if he can see Neris. Not Neris, Breena. Sorry.
In this smoke, there is no way because you're nowhere near each other.
Okay. Brucon calls out, Breena, something's just occurred to me. How did you get over here?
Oh, Kerr.
Oh. Oh, we can't speak to him, can we? Oh, that's a shame. Otherwise, we might have been able to help us. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can communicate with him via visual aids. And Brucon's going to try and vault up to the top of the cage again.
Sure.
Same as last time.
Okay. So yeah, you can make an acrobatics check if you're going to try it the same way again.
Second verse, same as the first. That's better. 15.
Unfortunately, 15's not enough for this particular challenge to get up there via acrobatics. So you start climbing. You don't do as badly this time. You do land on your feet, but it's you just can't get all the way up there just by running it.
Okay, Brucon. So there's a kind of a, and then Brucon kind of bounces up using his acrobatic, drunken master abilities, and then dusts himself off and goes, right, well, this just isn't working. Breena, any suggestions on ways we can get this young man out of the cage? It's open topped. There's no door or anything. It's just completely open roofed. So I defer to your superior intellect.
I have an idea. I'll tell you on my turn.
Fuck you, fourth wall. I should say, actually, Brucon, to be fair, on that last effort, you noticed as you started running it that the whole cage rocked a bit as you started to run up it. Yeah, it seems just your weight alone moved it a bit. What might be handy for you going forward. Okay, if that's if you're doing it, are you doing anything else with your turn?
Nah.
Nah. Okay, next. That's fine. Next is the wyvern. So the wyvern rider with Neris flies on over to another part over here, down to the ground, and two of its companions who are trying to search in the smoke come and join it as well. But I have to use horses because I'm out of miniatures.
Those deadly dragon horses.
Those dragon horses of the apocalypse. It lets you go, so you drop to the floor. Don't take any damage, but you are prone. And the rider who had taken you says,
After this, you must come with us. Our king has questions for you.
and they turn around in a defensive stance, as if to ward off anyone who would try and attack you or try and come within a certain distance of you.
Are they protecting Neris?
I mean, you wouldn't know, Seth, because you're hiding at the moment. But for those who can see, it's hard to tell if they're protecting her or if they're warding off others from trying to, rescue her. It's very hard to tell.
As the note taker, can I ask a quick repeat of what it was the Dragonborn said?
Once this is over, you must come with us. Our king has questions for you. Cool. So they are occupying a defensive position, readying attacks for anyone who comes within reach. So it seems, readying themselves for battle. And next up is Manylands. Now with Seth and Leo, the two elven types, beating a retreat, you hear him start laughing.
These cowardly folk. They don't think they could beat us, do they? Oh, the elephant man. I shall enjoy feasting on your flesh.
And he moves a bit closer to you. I'm going to put the camera around so you can see what's going on. He starts coming closer to you, Malar. He gets to the ground this time and starts approaching. In fact, with his movement, he can come within melee range when he gets to the floor. And yes, he is going to try and feast on your flesh. So 3 attacks coming at you. Okay, the the highest was an 18 to hit.
Yeah, 18 hit.
Okay, the others were less than that, so I'm pretty sure they will miss. Oh, poor Mange Fur. Hey, not going to get a decent heal, but that's fine. So he gets you with one of his claws. So it's only 6 points of slashing damage. And he's right there, and you can smell the maggoty breath and see the saliva forming around his lips. It is really quite gross, along with the mangy orange fur that he has as well. He has only ill intent towards you. That's his turn. Next is Breena. In the smoke.
Okay. Am I near the cage itself?
You can't see it at the moment. You know Brucon's voice, so if you'd like to try and get over to him, I'll allow it as a free action, provided you make a successful perception check.
Sure. And I assume it's disadvantage in the.
This is relying on hearing rather than sight. So,
like that. Yeah. Sure.
So I'll allow it just as a normal check.
That's 15 on the die. Let me see what I had. 3, so 18.
Yeah. Okay. So it takes all of your movement. You stumble into roughly the area. You see the cage bars in front of you. Yeah, you're there.
Awesome. What are they made of?
Iron, rusted iron.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to hop out of the papoose.
Okay. Cool. You can do
Is it? Do we see absolutely nothing, or can Kerr see me? Like being
Because
right in
you're
front
within
of him?
touching distance, he can just about make out where you are. But if you move even 5 feet, he's gonna lose sight of you. You can't even see where Brucon is, even though he should be pretty close.
Yeah, I'm gonna point at the cage, like kind of. Does he have hands? I assume he has hands, and like put it on the cage and kind of try to gesture towards it and tell him and kind of point like with my finger to fly over it. Basically, I'm trying to mimic out to get the person inside.
Yeah, I get you. I tell you what, make a performance check and we'll see how he gets on.
Oh, let me see what I have. That's... Okay, +2. That is 13 on the die, so 15.
Okay, so he's there is a glimmer of recognition in his eye that you can just about see through the smoke, and he goes to fly up. He's used his movement this turn with you.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he's got a fly speed, so he's got a bit more. So no, he can do this. He'll fly up, and he's in the cage.
Awesome.
And you hear the young boy be like, "Ah! Don't take me!"
It's okay, he's with us. It's okay.
Brucon calls out and goes.
Pointing.
Brucon calls out. In fairness, the place they were taking you is where they are now. So if they took you again, you'd actually probably be better off.
And despite the reasoning of your argument, Will just doesn't hear you because he's too busy panicking about
Child,
this thing.
simple
This
logic.
Aarakocra reaching out to him. I think it's because he
Doesn't
can't.
help,
He
Brucon.
doesn't register over your dulcet tones. He doesn't register it over his own screaming. Just doesn't really hear you. Anyway,
Fair.
it's the Manticores next. So these guys. Moving the camera over here. Splitting the pie. They close in like a slavering pack of shrews on Malar. Okay. Oh, those are some rolls. So, okay, one misses for sure. The lowest of the other two is 21 to hit, so that's, I believe, 2 hits. For one of them. So you take 6 points of piercing damage as you're bitten. 6 points of slashing damage from a claw, and you take 11 points of piercing damage from the bite. From the first one. The second one goes for you as well. Okay. Oh my god. I'm just gonna bring the camera here. There's no 20s, but there's a 19, a 15, and an 18 on the dice. So that's 20 is the lowest of those.
Yikes.
Yikes. Okay, Malar. So you take from the 2 claw attacks, you take 11 points of slashing damage, and from the bite, you take another 10 points of piercing damage.
Malar's down.
Jesus.
No.
Okay. With a yelp, what would Malar say before he goes unconscious here, as he's being torn into by these things?
Ow.
Ah! Oh, wow! Crash to the floor. It's not a funny situation. They're literally like a pack of dogs. These manticores are pouncing upon him, trying to rip him limb from limb. And you two inside are obviously witnessing this. Each of you on either side of the entrance to this chamber, watching this happen. Your cleric's down, Malar's down, and it's Malar's go next.
How far is all this between that and the smoke area? What's the distance there?
It's
I know we don't see it, but I'm just...
Yeah, it's like 100 feet.
Okay. Can't do anything.
You're a bit of a ways away. There are 2 others there, so not all hope is lost. Malar, you've got to make a death save.
9.
What?
One failed.
Oh No.
Inspiration or something. Get
Oh,
a
you have got
natural 20,
inspiration.
just
You
Remember,
have
you've got
inspiration.
inspiration, but he may want to use it for another role. Okay.
Yep, I'm good. That's turn.
Last up are the Aarakocra. And that chanting that you've been hearing continues, and now Leobrin and Seth, you can see from your hidey hole, the wind picks up and it seems to circle around the entirety of the Eyrie, almost like a tornado is being created inside the confines of the Eyrie. You see loose stone being picked up and being hurled around in a vicious cycle, moving around the outside of it. Those within 30 feet of the walls of the Eyrie need to make dexterity saving throws. These will be these won't be Leobrin or Seth because they're inside under cover. They will be, however, the Manticores, the Wyvern Riders, Neris, who's prone, which means you've got disadvantage on your dex save, and
No, grappled. She automatically fails dexterity saving.
no,
throws.
she's not grappled anymore.
No? Oh, I missed that one completely. Apologies.
She was let go.
I didn't even. What?
They let you. They didn't. You're not grappled anymore. They set you down on the ground and relinquished hold of you, and have now formed a defensive stance.
Was that? Oh, that was part of the. Right. Okay.
Yeah. But you do need to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, as a storm is brewing inside the Eyrie. The smoke, for those of you in the smoke, right next to you, it appears to be pushed away by this wind as well. It's a ferocious gale that's blowing, and so much so that now all of you can see each other.
As well?
So yes, you two, so Brucon, Breena, and Kerr and Will all need to make dex saves. So-
Brucon rolled 24 on his dex save.
24. You're okay. So you only take half damage. Breena.
Sorry, what?
So
Sorry, I
you're
was
gonna make sorry, you're gonna make a dex save.
We know how good I do at that. 11 on the die, and it's a -1, so 10.
Okay, that's a fail, unfortunately. Neris, you have the dex save as well, but you've got disadvantage because you're currently prone.
Yeah. 14.
14. Okay, that just fails.
I rolled a 19, but disadvantage.
Oh man.
God.
Sorry. But
Seriously.
so unfortunately, that fails by 1. You were very close. Let me roll for the rest of them. So let's go with the 3 Manticores first. The 2 Manticores plus Mangevere, aka the Bastard. Oh, great! They all succeed. The lowest was a 17 because they have +3 dex. Brilliant. So they take half damage. The Wyvern Riders. I don't think that's as good. Turn the page. Oh, good. One of them fails. The other 2 succeed. And Kerr and Will. Oh, Kerr's got a natural 20. He's fine. Will is no, that's not very good. Okay, so for those of you who fail, you take. Oh, that's a terrible roll. Great. This is a good thing. Those of you who failed take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Those who succeed take 5.
Okay.
So Will is struck by a stone and falls unconscious inside the cage. Kerr only takes a little damage from the blast, but he's okay. And these Manticores all take a bit of damage as well. So top of the round is Seth in your little hidey hole.
So the other 2 are still in the air, and it's Mangevere that's landed next to Mallow, isn't it?
No, all 3 of them are on the ground now.
Oh fuck, all 3.
Yeah.
And they're all 3 in melee with Mallow.
Yep.
How does Mangevere look?
He looks pretty beaten, actually. He's still up, but he's bleeding from the lip after a stone struck him.
Okay, Cool. I'm gonna try. I'm going to draw my rapier.
Yep.
And I'm going to run straight between Malar and Mangefur, and I'm going to booming blade. I'm going to bonus action Hexblade's Curse on him,
Okay.
and I am going to stab straight at Mangefur.
Nice. Now you're running out from hiding, so I'll give you advantage on this as well.
Ah, thank you. Rapier. So I've got 3 rolls. So first was a 14. Then
15 is what you
1,
need for Mangefur.
and then a 19 plus 1. 19 plus 8. So 27.
Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah.
And then booming blade. So that's 6 thunder damage. Thunder? Lightning? 6 thunder
yeah.
damage.
For booming blade. Yeah.
And then 12 from my rapier.
Yep.
And then 3 from Hexblade's Curse.
Yeah.
And 12 from Sneak Attack.
Describe to us how you slay Mangefur.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to jump over Malar's body, and I'm going to stab through Mangefur straight through the skull.
Excellent. And as you do
And
that,
then-
his body just goes limp.
And then I'm going to stand between Malar and the 2 Manticores that are left. And
Okay.
I'm going to say, that's Ulysses and Mangefur we've killed. Bring it, bitches.
All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much that I will allow you to stand on top of Malar, even though, strictly speaking, you're in his space.
I think he said in between Malar and one of the things, but
They
sure.
were literally in melee range
No, I'm
all
fine.
around him.
I am
So
With
fine
no
with
space.
this.
you can
Okay.
stand over him in a protective way. That's absolutely fine.
I
So
have
that's
no problem with this.
So after that
And
heroic effort,
And
Jürgen, you're next.
I'm pissed that I used my Hexblade's Curse, but it does mean I get 4 more HP to try and survive.
Yes.
Yay.
Now. So, okay, so Seth is now standing on Malar.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Protectively, not just like a
Protective.
stick. Protectively.
That's alright.
This
It
is
just
my
means
kill.
that I'm not going to attempt to drag Malar away.
Oh.
Well, depending how much you want to like practice Malar surfing. However, the Oberon does come in and places a hand on Malar and gives Malar resistance. 1d4 to saving throws.
Sweet. Now you're thinking with portals.
Nice. Then to do what? I guess hang around, because now that I'm in melee range of these Manticores,
Yeah.
I don't really want to move away.
Yeah, I
yeah.
understand that logic. That's cool. We can do that.
Do I have anything to do? No. Cool. Oh no. I completely forgot about my new ability that I could have used earlier, but it's fine.
It's okay.
All good.
Those are next time.
I didn't need a lift down to the bottom of the pit.
Oh. Oh no!
I could have
Oh,
teleported
yeah,
down when I
yeah,
got
yeah.
hit.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Next time. So, Neris, you're next, and you're just prone on the ground after these wyverns and yourself got whipped up with some stones. it's the noise is pretty unbearable. You can just about hear people over you if you shout. But yeah, it's pretty oppressive right now. Wind whipping around you. What are you doing?
I'd like to stand up, please.
Yes.
First thing. And so they've all got their backs to me, do they?
Yep.
Fools.
Well,
Oh,
fireball.
Absolutely.
Fireball
I was
on them.
I was considering the poetry of casting Shadow Blade and then stabbing them in the back, but you know, fireball, and also while yelling at them like, "How dare you try to whatever me, touch me?" There, that's the word, touch.
Okay.
How dare you? In Draconic, and yes.
And they have to make some dexterity saving throws. Oh no! Oh, those are not good rolls. I'm pretty sure that
Good.
their dex isn't great either. At least for the.
And if they're within 5 feet of me, they will also get extra scorchy.
Unfortunately, they are not within 5 feet of you. However, they all failed their dex save. So
Love it. I love it.
feel the full impact of your fireball.
Ugh, I'm so excited. I'm already throwing my dice all over the place.
And I should
Finally!
say, Brucon and Breena, you'll be able to witness this as well because the wind has whipped your ever-smoking bottle of smoke away from that area.
That is 7 plus. I'm trying to see it. So that's 8d6. Okay. Plus 8. That's 15. Plus 5. That's 20.
And now counting with Marta.
Yes. Basic arithmetic. 27.
27.
To all of them. That's great.
Nice. 27 points of damage.
Yeah.
But you not look happy at that. They immediately turn around. Well, they will do on their turn anyway. After that blast goes off.
Right. On that point, so as thing is, I can actually ready Shadow Blade, I believe, as a bonus action. Yeah, takes 1 bonus action to cast.
But you've already cast a spell this turn, so as in a leveled spell, and you can only do 1 of those.
Oh, so can't do that? That's annoying.
Yeah, our party.
you could bonus action.
You what?
Sorcerer and our other
You could
party.
Ah!
Sorry, let me adjudicate. Let me mediate. Sorry, Brucon. Sorry, Bart, go first.
No, it's fine.
Okay, Seth. Okay, James, go ahead.
You could bonus action and turn some of your spell slots into spell points if you wanted to. So you can then empower and careful, and also if you start getting them back, you can make another 3rd level slot to get more fireballs.
Just going to stand intimidatingly and also on fire and also extremely pissed off lookingly.
Yeah, that sounds good. Brucon is next.
Bonus action!
Bonus action. Intensify.
Okay, so the smoke is cleared. Brucon will look around. It seems fair that there be some audible, indications that there's other stuff happening in the cave. Brucon looks around and sees. Brucon's seen Mangefur before, right? We all encountered him.
Yep, you've encountered him before. Yep.
So he sees the whole of that situation going on over there. How far away?
A bit of it. You can't really see it because the smoke is still here. It's just within the first 30 feet of the wall where it's been cleared by wind. The rest of the smoke's still.
So when you said the smoke cleared, what you meant was
to see Neris and her situation. You can see that. So not entirely clear. Apologies. That's my misleading lack of phrasing.
Right. So Brucon doesn't. So Brucon doesn't know about the fight. Has no idea.
You can't from here. Yeah, you can't from here see the Mangefur situation and the Malar situation through the smoke. But you have just seen the fireball go off ahead of you.
Okay. So he can see that there's some enemies that Neris is squaring off against, I guess.
Yeah, 3 wyverns, in fact, ridden by Dragonborn.
Okay. Brucon turns to Breena and goes, this is clearly out. This is not my area of expertise. Do what you can for the boy. I'm going to go and try and be a bit more useful. And so Brucon activated the boost of speed in order to get over to the cage in the first place. So he's still got
those. Yep.
double movement. So he's gonna. Now I can't. I can see some black horses and then Neris behind them, and then there's one with a dude on top. Does that mean there's one Dragonborn rider?
No, there are 3 Dragonborn riders. I just haven't put the other 2 on. I'll put them on now. But yeah.
Okay. I guess the only thing Brucon, the obvious move here is to move over and attack the nearest one.
Yeah, sure. Full
So
attack.
two attacks against them. So that we've got a 21.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. Yeah.
Yeah, 21, and then the others 14.
Okay. The against the wyvern actually both hit.
Oh,
And not
okay.
well armored.
All right. Well then, so I'll roll 2 points of damage. So 2 damage dice and add 4, or 8 rather. So that's 17 damage, and then might as well stunning strike on the wyvern.
Okay. Great. Hang on a minute. Stunning strike is a con save?
Correct. DC 14.
Okay. Just succeeds with 14.
Okay, make it do another one.
Okay. Yeah, do it again. What?
Yep.
That fails. That one fails.
Okay.
It's a stunned wyvern.
Is Brucon able to attack the rider as well?
Not without leaping up to him, because he's obviously quite high up. I'd say you can do, but you'd have disadvantage.
Can Brucon now see? No, he can't. I can see from here. All right, that's his turn.
Actually,
No, actually, I'm gonna. Sorry, go on.
You could see a bit now. I've just given the sight lines. You could see the Manticores are now crowding around.
How many feet has Brucon moved to get there?
25 feet.
Okay, so he's got that. That means he's got 65 feet of movement remaining.
Yep.
How far away is the whole situation over there?
You've moved a bit further forward, so it's 80 odd feet.
Nah, that's it.
Now, okay.
That's Brucon's turn.
Okay, it's the wyvern's turn now. So the stunned one is stunned until your next turn, right? So they can't
End
do
of
any.
my next turn.
Yeah, so they can't do any actions, right? Because they're stunned.
Can't move, can't act.
Yep.
All attacks against them have
Automatically
advantage.
fails strength and dexterity saving throws as well. Excellent. Good. The other two, however, obviously they've just been hit by a fireball from Neris, and now this dwarf monk's turned up, and you hear the lead one, Neris, in Draconic, speaking to the other one.
I told Xerox they are too dangerous to be kept alive.
And
Xerox. Is that really what their name is, Xerox?
there is somebody called Xerox, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Love it.
You'll have to excuse my ignorance on that. I've
His best friend
unwittingly made
Cannon.
It's a photocopier. It's very famous.
Oh,
You Xerox it.
Okay. The spelling may be slightly different, but still, I'll take it.
With the DM permit another rude gesture from Neris at the guy.
Jack, your age just showed there a little.
A little bit. Apologies. I'm maybe young. Or should just say my ignorance is shown, but that's probably shown a number of times.
I think it's more of also a very American thing.
Like we have the machines here, but in America, it's like the Band-Aid. Like rather than saying photocopy, they say Xerox.
Yeah, I gotcha. So
Eastern films.
So the lead...
character question.
Yeah.
Would as the guy says it, would the DM permit another rude gesture from Neris to him?
Fine. Yep.
Just that.
I mean, the lead one, like, kind of sees your gesture and then just signals to his second to attack you, while he goes to deal with Brucon. So Brucon, the wyvern itself swoops in to attack you. It goes to bite you first of all. Natural 1 though, so it completely misses, biting its own tongue a little bit, and then it.
Really interesting. So there's 2 wyverns next to me. Yes.
Yeah.
One of them's got a dragonborn rider on. Yes.
They both do.
Yeah, and one of the wyverns just attacked and missed me.
Yes.
Well.
Yes.
I think that warrants a key point. I think that warrants a key point and some monk bullshit.
Yes. Redirect attack.
A brand new flavour of monk bullshit, indeed. Tipsy Sway.
Yay!
I'm going to use my reaction to cause this attack to hit one creature of my choice other than the attacker that I can see within 5 feet, and we'll have it hit the other rider.
Nice.
Now remind me, does the attack automatically hit the other one, or does it have to roll to hit?
Cause that attack to hit one creature of your choice.
Okay, it hits.
Very nice.
Very, very nice. So it
Kind of
instead
goes,
bites the other...
Slaps the claw into the face of the dragonborn rider.
So it ends up biting the other wyvern and causes it... Oh, wow. Causes it 8 points of piercing damage as it bites into the neck of the other one. Pandemonium kicking off here. One wyvern snarls at the other one that just looks a bit confused. Anyway, and then it recoils back and goes to attack you again. This time with its stinger, with its tail. And you can see like this barbed tail lash out towards you like lightning. Unfortunately for it, a 14 will miss. So
it will.
It does. So you managed to avoid that one as well, but obviously you've used your reaction, so we can't redirect that one. But that's fine. Meanwhile, the other one that's gone for Neris is going to attack you because it's been ordered to. Okay, does a 22 hit? Pretty sure it does.
Should.
Okay.
Sorceress.
But I don't know if you've got mage armor and shield that makes anything better, but probably not.
Okay, does the shield even work against this? I thought it was.
The shield spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack, it hit.
I'm just checking. I'm just checking. I didn't want to assume anything, but that will be 14 points of piercing damage.
Alright, well, I've got 4 HP left.
Okay, second attack, 20 to hit. With the stinger, which will hit. So that's, that would be 9 points of piercing damage, and then you need to make a con save, but you're down. So, okay, so that means because you went down from that attack, then that means you'd also, then you have the poison effect after which you automatically fail, so you lose a death save, so you fail 1 death save as well, due to the poison.
Marked.
Oh my god. I thought you, anyway, down she goes. Whew! 2 people down. You can see why I was a little nervous coming into this one. What's going to happen now? Brucon, so you've now witnessed Neris falling to the ground as well. You can see all that going on, just making you aware. Manticores dead. Breena, you're next.
Okay. I have no clue what's happening with the Manticores there, right?
You can't see him from here. But you can see this wyvern rider bearing down on Brucon, along with the other two, and Neris going down.
Yeah. So, the ones that are still there, there are 2 wyverns and 2 riders.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? So I'm gonna use my wand on them.
Okay. The wand.
Because I can choose who I'm hitting with that. What was the thing again? It was a charisma save, I think. Not to tell the truth.
I believe it's a charisma save. Yeah. Let me roll for them.
Yeah, a DC 18.
Okay, 1 critted, the other 2 definitely failed. So we'll say the one in the middle the one in the middle is the one who's stunned. We'll say succeeds, while the other 2 fail.
I thought there was like while they're stunned, it's auto fail saves.
It's automatically fails strength and dexterity saving.
Okay, fair. So we have 3 that failed and 1 that succeeded.
2 fails, 1 success.
Oh, I thought there were 4.
No, there's only 3 there.
Okay. So they take 3d10, and the one that succeeded takes half.
Was the one that succeeded wasn't the stunned one, I assume?
It is.
I'm saying the one that succeeded was the stunned one in the middle. With a natural 20, because he's a lucky bastard. The other 2 fail.
Nine, 4, 13, 14. Yeah, 14. So the one that succeeded takes 7, and the others take 14. And the ones that failed are deafened.
So if the noise from the swirling wind wasn't enough to deafen these guys, they now actually are deafened by the power of the wand, because truth hurts. And
Truth hurts.
From the wand, you'll hear this piercingly loud voice echo. Though the words you cannot understand, it seems to be some sort of angelic, like benevolent sounding creature, but the word is not able to be translated, and it hurts. It hurts these guys around them. The wyverns start screeching, their ears start bleeding a little bit, but they are still up and fairly disgruntled, to say the least, with what's just happened.
I will just for my free action quickly look back at Will and try to calm him down. Will, he's with us, don't worry.
Okay.
We'll get you out of here, okay?
Okay, and he kind of puts his hand up towards his hands up half-heartedly towards Kerr. It's the Manticores next. Back over here. They've just seen their leader be killed, and their defiant Merelf stand over their quarry, the Loxodon, and
They run away. They run away. They run away. Away.
I've just rolled their morale check. They look at each other and they disengage.
What? They're facing off against.
You just hear,
20
fuck
hit points.
this! They start flying away, and oh no. I mean, you just, like, as far as they're concerned, you one-shotted their leader. They're like, nope. They start flying away.
Yes.
Malar, it's your turn. You make a death.
Here we go. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Oh, you have
Use
the
it on
D4,
this,
don't
You've
you?
got the D4.
and I have the D4.
Yeah, you don't have to use the D4 until you want to,
Yeah,
That's true.
Use it. Use it. God damn
but
it.
you do
I'm
have
going
to.
to
Live.
I will roll at inspiration only, without.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, because in case you get a natural one, it just kills you out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's fair. Go for it, Malar.
Here we go. Natural 20.
That's what we needed. Sorry, I shouldn't get so invested.
Oh, I've
in-
been sweating bullets here. Thank God. Okay.
So with that, end of your turn, the lights come back on. Mala, open your eyes and you see your own blood on the ground, but you can see Manticores flying away from you, and you feel, well, you can see one leather boot, standing defiantly over you. You look up and see Seth.
Wake up, cleric. We've got Manticores to burn.
Start of turn?
I believe death saves occur at the end of your turn, so that is your turn.
Okay,
Fairly
Keanu.
certain at start of turn.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because otherwise you'd pop up and then someone would stab you again and you'd
Yeah.
drop to nothing.
Get stuck in a death loop.
I'm just going to check it. I'm just going to check it out. Just bear with me one second. Page 100.
Everyone start individually googling
This dice,
death save nat
that is
20.
pretty and green.
No, you're quite right. It is. It says whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points, you must make a special saving throw. Well, I'm going to have words with other games I've been in for having it at the end of your turn. Cool. Great. Yeah, you do. You have a turn. Off
Nice.
you go, sir.
I'll stand up and reach into my backpack with my trunk and pull out a healing potion. 5 of them.
Good call.
4, 6. Up for 6.
Nice. Are you standing up at all?
Yeah, no, I have. I've stood up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yep, done that.
Brush Seth off of you. Lovely. And
He
you're
gets up and I'm just in tears. Thank fuck you're alive.
end of the turn.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Malar, go ahead.
I'm glad to see you as well, Mr. Seth.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, so next up, the chanting continues. The swirling of the air gains intensity. So again, those of you on the periphery, which I think is all of you at this point, actually, need to make dexterity saving throws.
I
Which
fail.
Neris fails, which is another fail. Which is a failed death save for Neris.
One more to go.
One more to go. Not dead
Get it
again. No.
Non-natural 20 from Brukon.
Sweet.
Natural 1.
It's a definite fail.
Oh.
Yeah.
So those who get below a 15 will take full damage. The others take half.
That's including myself and Seth, I assume.
Yes,
and
yes.
Malar.
You're in
Yeah.
the blast area now.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my resistance.
Aha.
Good move.
Good thinking.
Well, I shouldn't have done because that's a natural 20 again.
Hey. You don't have to use your resistance until after you've rolled the die.
Then I won't. I still have resistance. Huzzah!
Huzzah. So
Yeah.
those who fail take the full damage, which is 11, and those who succeed take 5.
Yeah.
Well, Breena's down to 6.
The Oberon's unconscious.
Oh Jesus!
Fuck.
Ceilings and lair actions.
Yeah.
Them's be the
Seth.
enemy.
James, how you doing? Pass or fail?
What? Pass or fail what? Sorry, I was half. What?
The
Dex
Aarakocra
saving.
wind spell damage.
Oh shit. What save is it?
Dexterity, so you should be good.
The wyverns all fail as well.
22.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you
yeah,
take
you're
5
fine.
damage.
Five
So
damage.
you take 5 damage.
That's fine. That's just down to 8.
Yeah, we're all very low.
But you,
Yeah, me too.
But you can observe, like Brucon, for instance, where the smoke is still holding up, suggests that there are areas further into the middle of the Eyrie that aren't affected by this wind thing. So probably worth bearing that in mind, you guys.
Yeah, I'll head over there.
Once you're conscious, head over there. Okay, and so top of the round. Oh, sorry. At the end of this round, do either Brucon or Breena speak Draconic?
No.
Okay, you hear some Dragonborn.
Oh, sorry, hang on. Sorry, to be clear, when I can't answer for Breena, Brucon does not speak.
No.
Apologies.
Me neither.
I had a feeling you didn't, Breena. Okay. So you guys just hear the guttural sounds of these Dragonborn speaking in Draconic to each other, and you observe Breena probably would see this better. The furthest Dragonborn rider, he dismounts from his wyvern and goes over to Neris on the floor. He casts his hand over her and stabilizes her. So you're no longer dying, Neris.
Clearly, they don't want me dead.
No.
You are
Starts
their
dragging
queen.
you back towards the, and then
Well, they
and
said
then he
King
goes back to
wanted
the wyvern.
to see you, right? That's what they told us.
Get us flying mount.
Okay. Top of the round is Seth. You've just been hit by the wind, and you've seen Malak come up and Leo go down. Oh, the circle of life.
Oh, Leo's down?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's just got hit by stones and has
He took damage.
Yeah.
He took damage.
easily.
I took exactly the amount of damage I needed to go down.
You might say
He
a
is-
stiff breeze blew him over.
He's right after me, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've dispatched a Manticore. 2 ran away
Yep.
when their leader has died. What fighting, other than the wyvern, is still going on in the area?
So you can see manticores and wyverns or wyverns engaging in combat in the air, like little dogfights. But that seems to be the main assault that's happening. You can see some Aarakocra standing in their various nests, many of them robed and chanting, and that seems to be what's generating the wind. But that is all.
Okay. I'm going to. Leo's inside that little hole, isn't he? Is he inside the cave?
No, I'm right next to you guys.
Okay.
I came out
can I-
and resistant to Malar.
Can I? Oh yeah. Can I drag him back into the cave, take out a potion, and feed him a healing potion?
Yes, you can do that.
So yeah, I just want to get him in the cave away from the
Oh,
wind.
God.
Ah! And then give him a healing
Healing
potion.
potion. That's 2d4.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond does not have a way to roll that. Leo, would you like to roll your own health?
Sure. What am I rolling?
2d4
2d4.
plus 2. Remove 1.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice, nearly full.
I was going to say.
Then you
The
just
difference
remove
between
1
Leo
health.
being unconscious and
potion.
dying and at full health is like this much.
Basically one hit.
He's playing. He's
I went
playing
to-
it on hardcore mode.
Yeah.
One arrow. You're
Went
down.
to remove 1 potion, and I took them all off.
Oops.
Add 1 back.
Sweet.
There you
Next is Leobrin. So you've just been resuscitated with a nice healing potion. You feel the warmth of the soothing warmth of the liquid coming down. It's like Calpol when you're a kid. It's lovely. It's nice tasting, and you're back. No, it isn't.
I dragged you through the least dirty parts of the ground in the way back in, so you're not too dirty. I was very considerate.
That's big.
Oh, is you saying this directly to Leo, or just to Marshall?
Fuck it, to both. To both.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Okay. Good. And now my turn.
It is your turn. Yeah, go ahead.
Excellent.
What are you doing?
But what to do?
Don't run out in the storm.
Well, we've got people in danger out there.
How far are those wyverns from us?
The width about 100 feet. So some way away.
Can blast them.
You could blast them. Yeah, you could reach. You both could reach. In fact.
I mean, Leo will run out and start blasting. Yeah.
All right, do it.
Leo heads outside and tries to spot any bad things.
Okay, so
Actually, can we see them because of the cloud?
You can just about. You can see the one that's. You can see the single wyvern that's been going for Neris, and has since dismounted. You can see that for sure. But if you carry on that way, around the outside, you could. I think if you go around the outside, you'll get a fair enough look at them all. And I might just.
I think if I see one wyvern attacking Neris, I'll attack that one.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. As far as you're concerned, from this position, yeah, it looks like it's attacking her. So yeah, go for it. Make a little attack roll.
All right. Doubles, and both the doubles miss. So.
No. Unlucky.
Gotta roll my doubles.
Anything else for your turn? That's you done.
Yeah. Action done. Don't know any bonuses.
Okay. Neris, you're next, and you've been stabilized, so you're okay. But you are still unconscious, so I'm sorry, Barta, this is another way of blocking you from doing anything.
Every time, every fight, but when she wakes up, it'll be more fire. It's fine.
I don't think we've been in this situation before, but I have done this in another game. Correct me, guys, if we have done this before, but I will say that as you're stable, I will allow you to consequence-free roll a 20, and if you get a natural 20, you'll wake up.
Ooh.
It's exciting.
I like that as a rule.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we'll keep that one.
Should be
in
default,
another
but go for it.
I'm 10 short.
Ah.
At least it's not a 1. I'll take
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Oh. Yeah,
Gotta
if you
take
keep
those
rolling
ones.
and you roll a 1, start going back into death saves.
Okay.
And I don't want that.
Just want to say a big thank you to Pavel for highlighting that we had Neris missing from our D&D Beyond interactive overlay, which I have now just changed, so she should be back on there now.
Yay.
Yeah, that one. That's
Jack,
probably
that's
been
a
like
way
that
of
for a while.
saying,
We haven't
just
noticed.
send the die.
I didn't know you had control over it.
But we do have either way our very handy little notice boards in the corner, which do give you some of the overview of stats from time to time. But yes, now the D&D
Super
Beyond gives you a
delayed,
lot more in-depth of a look, and that has now been updated, so thank you. So Neris is done. Brucon, you're next, and you are engaging these. The wyvern, the one in front of you, is still stunned by you, so you. I don't know. You wanna carry on hitting that guy, or the other one that's attacking you? What do you want to do? Bart, you're muted.
Apologies, thanks for alerting me. So Neris is just on the floor at the feet of a dragonborn, right? He's not grabbing her, holding her, doing anything.
No, he went over, cast his hand over her. You saw some arcane. It seems to be some divine magic was used there, and he turned and walked away from her back towards the wyvern. You saw that.
Oh, perfect. Okay, Brucon's going to move over to Neris. Grab her. Like fireman's carry.
Okay.
And then use the key point for Step of the Wind.
Yep.
Or
And then he's going to Speedy Gonzalez his way out of there.
Pew. Which way?
So he's
as
going
in towards the centre.
Well, his move is 180 feet minus whatever it took him to get to where Neris is.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is he's going to zip over towards the others, and as he's kind of approaching them, doing the Sonic legs are blurring circles underneath him. He's going to go past them and go. The center of the room looks safe. Follow me, and then describe a curve towards the center of the chamber.
Now, obviously, carrying Neris will halve your movement anyway, like if you grappled her. But that's still 90 feet, so you can get a good way. However, you will have to get past the wyvern riders. So the
Well, he's still got another. He hasn't acted yet, so.
Yep. So the stunned one can't do anything, but one of them will get an opportunity attack as you zip past them.
Okay.
Okay. It lashes out with a claw, and that's a natural 1. So it instead damages itself with its own. With its
Might as
claws.
well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Another reaction to deflect. That attack
Okay.
into-
Yeah. Which one are you directing it at? Oh, sorry. It's one of the ones on the end, so it's going to have to be the one in the middle. It's the only closest one to it. Yeah.
Yep.
Amazing. So the
Bruce
stunned
the
one.
superhero.
It's just monk bullshit, but it's so good. So good.
It's like a Marvel movie down here.
Although
It's a short, imagine a short, drunker version of the Flash. That's basically what Brucon's got going on right now.
Although I have to say, Brucon, how are you doing on key points now? Because that's you've used a lot now, right?
One left.
Yeah, I thought so. Still worth it.
Yeah, action economy is everything, baby.
Caused 11 points of damage to the.
Yeah, so without attacking anyone, I'm still consistently causing damage, which is bloody great.
Can't argue with that. Can't argue with those stats. All right, and you start, beelining towards the middle. So you go kind of on the edge of the smoke and into the centre with Neris.
Now,
Yeah.
the smoke should be following Brucon around because it's coming out of the ever-smoking bottle.
Oh, apology. I assumed you put it down. However, we didn't specify, so no, you're quite right. Although, yeah. So once you get, when you get beyond the area of the wind.
Like, the wind is routinely coming through and disrupting it, so I don't think it makes a huge difference to how things have been happening so far.
No, but it just means it comes with you. So it's like, everyone follow the smoke that's in the middle of the room.
Yes.
Very speedy cloud in the centre of the room.
My hope is that once it gets out of the way of these persistent blasts of smoke, they stop disrupting it.
Yeah. And you're indeed right. When you get to the centre, you can tell because the smoke is not being disrupted. You can't see a damn thing. So, that must be a good sign. All right. Next up are the wyverns. So they're like,
What is happening there?
about face, and
Where'd they go? What? There was a lady right here. What happened? Where'd they go?
Enough. The tricks.
yes. They turn their attention towards the Manticores, which are trying to escape, and start flying over in their direction. Start attacking them. And I realise none of you can see that, but I just grabbed a Lego dragon and rammed it into another Lego figure and went rah, because I am in fact 6 years old. But yeah, they start aggressively going after the Manticores. And in fact, I mean, with the amount of attacks they've got, this seems fairly inevitable. But here we go. Three hits on one of the Manticores. Long story short, that Manticore is dead. He's just taken out of the sky and just ripped to shreds by these wyverns, with the tail, the stinger, being used to deadly effect. It, in fact, jabs it in the neck, and it just goes limp and crashes to the ground. And there is only one of that Manticore group left, along with the wyvern riders, who's still pursuing it. Next up is Breena.
All right. Now, can I, from having been hit twice with it, can I tell where the edge of that wind damage is?
You can see because of the smoke where Brucon now is, and it's the smoke is not being buffeted around. That you can tell, that it's better in the center.
It's better in the center. Okay, so I will. Will my movement get me there?
Yes.
In a safe space.
Yes, it will. In fact, you're very close. You're only about 10 feet away from it. So yeah.
That's
Yeah,
great.
Brucon just moved like 100 odd feet in order to wind up back about 15 feet from where it started.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy being in the smoke as well. That means like they can't see me. And before I go, I do point to go back to Master's Cave. Like,
Yeah, and in fairness, I
safety.
forgot to move him on the last turn when the Aarakocra were doing their thing, because he would have gone then. So yeah, he's gonna he's going to take the kid and he's flying him over to. Well, in fact, he's going to fly into one of the nests because he knows how this works with the Windwalkers and their chanting. So yeah, takes refuge inside the cavern, the chamber in which actually all the other cells are, ironically. But yeah, that's where he is. And cool. And are you doing anything else, Breena, with your turn when I'm running the smoke?
Is there anything in my range?
Not
Because
that
I
you can
can't
see
really
in
see on the
smoke.
screen what else is there. Okay, then I'll dash. I'll dash towards the others.
Okay. Could you make a dex save as you're running through the smoke blindly?
Yes. That is awesome. That's good. That's a 17 on the die. It's -1, so 16.
All right, you don't fall over, and in fact you
That's
run.
first.
I know, and you in fact run through the smoke, and you end up almost colliding with Brucon, but you do stop before you actually run into him. So you're together in the
Brucon.
smoke with an unconscious Neris over his shoulder, making him look well. He looks a foot taller with carrying the elf over him.
Bouldering remains.
Only wider than he is tall. Thanks.
Well, Well, Will is safe at least.
Excellent.
Ne-
Figure out what we can do about all the others, but let's worry about surviving first.
Next is the Manticore, who continues flying towards the roof. He disengages from the wyverns. He continues his ascent, but the wyverns are faster. They're catching him. Malar, you're next. What are you doing?
I'll move back to the cave with other people. How many people are within 30 foot of me there? How many allies?
Seth and Leo Bryn at the moment.
Okay. I'll burn a channel divinity to give all three of us 10 points, as long as it's below half your HP. Actually, Leo, do you need healing?
Not really. I need. I'm 4 HP off max.
Yeah, you're not going to benefit from this.
No.
I've got 8 out of 39.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
mostly Seth and Breena right now that are really hurt.
Oh, and Malar.
Oh,
And
no.
Seth.
Neris.
Take 15 points of healing, and Malal will also take 15 points of healing, up to half.
15 takes me above my halfway point.
Take as much as you need to get to halfway, and then that's it.
Okay. So yeah, I
Sweet.
take 12, gets me to 20.
Nice one. Life Cleric with the heals. Nice channel divinity. Cheeky. Cool. Next up are the Aarakocra. You hear the chanting cease with a loud hum. Last final note. The wind dies down, so Leobrin, because you're still exposed to the elements, you feel it. The wind die down, so no longer have to make the dex save. It seems the area is now clear of that effect.
Cool.
Top of the round is over to Seth. Now, actually, to be honest, at this point, guys, I think I might just take it out of initiative for a second, because none of you are really in any mortal peril or actual fights at this point, because with the immediate threat have just
the others?
backed out.
Aren't the others fighting wyverns and
You can
dying?
see, yeah, across
No,
the area, there's individual skirmishes, sure,
Yeah,
but
us,
not
the
the.
party.
Sorry, Bart.
Nobody in the party is currently fighting a wyvern.
Exactly.
Oh, cool. If they don't know about the wyverns, then if things stop, I'm going to go to Mallow and Leo and say, come on, let's get to the others, see if they're as fucked as we are, and run over.
I'm fine, but okay.
I glare at Leo,
Leo, the incredible dying man,
and then I look at the ceiling and just look for if
die 4 or
anything's
5
falling
times
right
a day.
now.
We'll be fine.
You know that Leobrin in a past life was in a prison called Shawshank. A friend called Red, and it's like, You knew a guy called Brooks Avalon who said, "Get busy living or get busy dying," and Leobrin certainly knows that. So as you guys are collecting yourself together and heading towards the rest of the group, or the smoke, should I say, in the center, in the center of this area, the three of you, Leobrin, Seth, and Malar, you observe the wyverns tearing into this one fleeing manticore, and it seems that the rest of the fights aren't going the manticore's ways either. A couple of them attempt to escape from the clutches of these manticores. Only one of them manages to escape from the wyverns before, while out of the ceiling, while the rest are being torn apart. As the final of the fight starts to die down, those three that were accosting Neris earlier start heading back in your direction towards the smoke, but they land a respectful distance away from the smoke. Are you guys continuing to head into the smoke, or are you staying outside?
Can we see Neris on the ground?
You can't. She's in the middle of the smoke.
We're in the middle of a cloud of smoke. But by the way, Brucon's going to use the lull in the action to unknowingly emulate his good friend Seth and dump a potion of healing down Neris' throat.
Yay!
Yeah, you guys have got a turn if you want to do some stuff. So that gives, so that gives Neris. If that's Brucon's turn, Neris you get a turn. Breena you get a turn if you want to do something.
How much heals did I get?
7 hit points.
7.
I'm just gonna squeeze that pearl of power because I don't know when we're gonna get a rest.
Cool.
Breena wouldn't know anything about this mark on Neris, right? That whole conversation about them recognizing the mark, she wouldn't have heard any of that.
It's been in Draconic, so you wouldn't have been able to understand it. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
As we run over, I'm just going to start yelling out. It's like, Brucon, Breena, Neris, are you here? The manticores look like they're all dead.
Yeah, we are here. Good, that's excellent to hear. There is this small wyvern abduct problem. They're very, very keen on taking Neris.
I don't think we can beat them, so... Bye, Neris.
They said I have... as Neris wakes up and sort of starts picking herself up as this conversation happens, she says, they said I have the mark of Ushtarg, and that seems to be why they want me.
That's the deceiver, right?
To be honest, does Neris even know who he is?
Oh yeah.
Would you know?
Yeah, you would have. You don't even make a check for this.
We've heard this name.
Ushtarg the Deceiver. Yeah, you've definitely heard this name a few times, and Neris, you would know that Ushtarg the Deceiver is the most famous of the dragons of old, the Great Red Dragon. That laid siege to the entirety of the Manylands, tried to hold dominion over it, and Kothar was one of his main hangouts. In fact, it was where he originated from before trying to take on Rachir and overthrowing the leader there and the other dragons.
Well, she'll say that, and basically she said they have the mark of Ushtarg, but I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I don't have any marks on me. There's nothing, and they're not. Nobody is taking me anywhere.
Neris, if they can see something on you, I could turn you invisible. We're right in the middle of smoke. They don't need to see you come out.
That is a fabulous idea. The only one that's better is burning them to
Well, you can do that while you're invisible too.
Okay, I'm on board. I like you.
Thanks.
Is that greater invisibility?
No.
So technically not true that you can do it while invisible.
I guess I could cast it and then turn visible.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I'll cast invisibility on Neris while we're in the smoke, so she won't come out.
Yeah, sounds good. The three of you who are running towards the smoke, are you going into the smoke, or are you staying outside?
I'll probably stay on the outside of it and to make sure that nothing's like wyverny or manticore coming towards us.
Okay.
I'll start to Thermatargy, sort of calling out for Brucon or.
I mean, you could just use your words. Like
Well,
Let him.
I'm just going to be very loud.
Okay, yeah, go
It's
for
gonna be
it.
very
Yeah,
loud.
sorry. I
Do
apologise.
we know that you're inside the big cloud?
Well, Brucon would have just gone past you, emitting smoke a few
Yeah.
moments before at high speed, and so presumably you will then have been able to see him go away.
It's
and
settle
then
over.
All smoke. So yeah, I would
Malar
say
goes
yes.
in. Malar goes in. Screw it.
All right, Malar's in. Leobrin, you going in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go find out what's going on.
You two can stick side by side, make sure you don't get lost as you go in. And Seth, you're staying outside, so you observe the three wyvern riders land. And one of them does notice you. They do turn their attention to you. But in common, the central
not again.
one, the leader, calls out.
Spies of Buracrin, hand over the spawn of Ostag, and we will let you keep your lives, but you must come with us. The king has questions for why you should attempt this war against us.
Who do you think we are? Do we look like anything related to that?
You are over the border towards Rachir.
We've come to save the little people who are part of the Moonrunners, who we've been killing Manticores.
You are spies from Buracrin who have sided with Manticores to come and wage war against Rachir.
We've killed more Manticores than you.
Probably not true anymore, but
He just looks
I like
back and
the-
sees the wyverns tearing these manticores to shreds.
I'll open my fucking pack with like 70 spikes in it. It's like, these are our fucking trophies.
And now, and actually, as you do that, you see a glimmer of recognition there, a little bit of bafflement as well from the leader, who then dismounts from the wyvern and takes off
Can
his helmet.
has the invisibility happened? Is Neris currently invisible?
She is, yeah.
Cool. Okay, seeing that, Brucon will stop at the ever-smoking bottle and the smoke will gradually dissipate.
Excellent.
Malar will kick out a mass healing word to the entire party.
Yes,
as well.
please.
Yay!
Good call, Malar.
I'm so glad you didn't die.
Yeah.
There were some close calls right
That
there.
natural 20 was extremely well timed.
Yeah.
Everybody
Did you just
takes
snake eyes
12.
to heal?
Yeah. Everybody gets
Take how
13
much healing?
points of healing.
How much?
Yay!
Oh, thank God.
13? Nice.
Wildly unnecessary, but thank you.
Can I have your
Everyone heal
extra?
for one Helio.
So yeah, the lead wyvern rider dismounts, and he removes his helmet, and you can see, as Neris did, the mostly sort of clay-coloured, pinky brown scales, but some flecks of blue in there as well. These steely yellow reptilian eyes looking over to you. He's quite an imposing figure, like upside down triangle. He works out, clad in some very ornate armor, and he looks at you with some suspicion upon seeing the tails that you've just shown him from your bag.
While they're distracted with that, I'm going to I know where Neris was because I just touched her to make her invisible.
Okay.
And I'm gonna whisper to her. I need you to walk away because I'm gonna cast something that will make us unable to lie. And I don't want to give away where you are. I need to not know where you are, okay?
Neris puts her hand on Breena, just like as a tap, like, yeah, okay, got it. And I guess where's the cave or wherever like getting some kind of shelter or rather like cover would be.
Yeah,
far
I
away
mean,
enough.
there's all of those nests that are, there's, as I said, those kind of divots in the wall around the perimeter of the Eyrie. You could try and sneak over there if you want, but
I
you would have to
wanna
make a
sneak
stealth
over
check,
there.
of course, because you're
Yeah.
still making noise.
Yeah, well that's that. I was thinking that like
Yeah,
you just ignore the footsteps.
I'm invisible.
It's
I
fine.
walk
It's
loudly.
fine.
It's fine.
What might help is that as that's happening, Brucon goes to dust himself off and then goes, "Oh wait, waistcoat of gleaming." Brucon goes to dust himself off and then goes, "Oh, waistcoat of gleaming, not necessary." Oh, I love this thing. And and walks over to the brick-faced dragon man.
Brick-faced dragon, amazing.
And holds out up and goes, "Sorry, I just want to make something clear from this conversation that you were just having. Are you saying that you claim dominion over the Eyrie? This is your territory here, is it? Here in the Eyrie? These are your kinsmen, the Aarakocra?
Certainly not.
Right, so when you say we've invaded your territory, what you mean is we came to a completely neutral space, and you decided to make make your business our problems.
These dwarves and Buracrin are all the same, aren't they? He looks to the other two. You do not have right over these mountains here. They are over the border. You are in Rachir now. We are defending our kind. The Eyrie are friends of ours. We will defend them.
Oh, can I say? Can I?
Where were you when the Eyrie fell?
Can I minor illusion the bronze dragonborn rogue that I know and say, do you know this person?
That I don't know who that is. That not all dragonborn know each other, you know.
No,
Racist.
I thought you may know her because she's part of the Moonrunners who help smuggle people into safety from the tyranny of Burakin.
He whispers.
No honor amongst thieves.
He takes a moment and whispers in Draconic to the other two, and
Seth is the worst person.
And then turns back to you.
We know of the Moonrunners, sure. Who is this dragonborn?
She's our contact that helps save dragonborns being persecuted in.
What is her name, elf?
We don't use names in case we are captured.
Oh, that is mighty convenient.
Actually,
I got 17 on my stealth check.
Okay, Neris, just with all this going on, you are not noticed, despite the echoing. Yeah.
Good stuff. As soon as I feel that she walked away and I'm feeling that this conversation is not going well, I'm gonna kind of step forward. I think I could solve this problem for you, if you let me.
You muted yourself.
Oh no, I got it. Yeah, yeah, you can. Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
I missed a whole bunch of that, but never mind.
So you say, so she said that she's going to. I can. Basically, I have a way of letting you know we're telling the truth.
I can solve this problem for you if you want. If you let me.
And just as you're trying to get the words out, Breena, you see Master Talon swoop over from her hiding spot. Comes out and goes, "Stop this! Stop! These people here are not spies from Buracrin. They were here to liberate us. They were here to save us. We have not dealt with the
Just to be clear, is she talking to us about the Dragonborn or to the Dragonborn about us?
She's talking to the Dragonborn about you, yeah, to be clear. And she says, we have not dealt with the Dragonborn kingdom for many years. I'm surprised to see you here." And you see the Dragonborn gives a respectful nod, although begrudgingly, to the master. And turns directly to her, sort of ignoring the rest of you.
We had a source tell us that the Eyrie was being overtaken by Manticores, led by spies from Buracrin.
Right, well...
And then he turns back to Breena. And if you want to have some kind of way of making sure that we are telling the truth, go ahead.
Okay. And I cast on truth right there.
Okay.
And if people are willing, they don't need to roll. They can just accept it and.
Yep.
Yeah, Brucon just voluntarily fails.
Basically, everyone in this conversation is inside the area.
Yep.
What save is it?
Charisma.
Wisdom.
18. DC 18.
Nine.
So everyone fails, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Voluntarily fail.
Voluntarily, yeah.
Yeah, voluntarily.
Except for Seth.
Might just roll to see what happens.
Totally voluntary. totally voluntary.
And
I
Neris
totally
is
want
just
to-
sitting there like this is gonna be.
I got
Pull up a
27.
chair,
Interesting.
Daenerys.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can lie.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'll voluntarily fail. Also, you have to keep taking it every 6 seconds.
That's right.
So I'd fail at some point.
Yep.
So,
Okay. So now no one can lie, and we are not spies. We came here to help them.
a cunning trick. It is not beyond Zarndak and his court, though, hey? And the other two kind of like laugh along. Like, yeah, Zarndak
So-
the chaste.
Neris rolls
Why
her
did
eyes
you-
from afar.
Why did you grab our friend? Why did you do that?
Have you not seen? The eyes, the scale on her skin. It is not normal for an elf to have those kind of features, do you not agree?
I mean, of the
She
elves
just
I know,
doesn't
one has.
moisturize.
Of the elves I know, one has gills. I'm really not in a position to judge what's normal for elves.
Well, that as may be, that is the sign of Ushtag, the deceiver. You know your history, you know the dragons used to hold dominion over the whole of the Manylands. No?
I think I was drunk in that lesson.
Mm.
That's good.
Her having these things mean you're gonna kill her, make it not kill her. What?
It means she needs to come with us. The king will know what to do with her for sure, but Ushtag was the greatest threat the Manylands has ever faced, and we must get rid of those, or at least keep out of the way those that could be used to his ends.
So you want to kill her?
That is up to the king, not me.
Well, there's some information you might want to be aware of. Then there is an individual by the name of Damon who is a pretty big fan of Ushtag the Deceiver and trying to bring him back. You might want to make him and any similarly garbed red priests a high priority for identification and destruction.
Red.
And I'm gonna go this guy and minor illusion, a Damon next to me.
Nice.
Red priests. You are referring
The
to
red-
the red mages, yes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
priests, mages, all of that stuff.
Hmm.
Brucon pulls out a drink and takes a glug of it at this point. You know, it's been way too long since I've had one of these. Healthy slug of rum.
Well, you are not lying, but the red mages. This is most troubling. The king must hear of this.
Well, you
They
go
are
and
definitely
tell him.
bad guys. I don't think Neris is. Neris has helped us.
That as may be, she may not have ill will, but there is the evil inside her of Ushtag. And as I said, she will be coming with us. The rest of you can come too if you want. I think the king will have questions for you, sure, especially if you know about the red mages.
Well, as
The thing
generous
is, she's
as
gone.
the
I don't
offer
know
is,
where she went.
we need to go take all these children back home.
Yep, all of those things. If your king wants to talk to us, then he's welcome to come and find us. We could meet back here.
These prisoners
a
are
couple of
not
weeks.
ours. They're not our concern, but
Well, there are concern.
well, if you want to let them out, you should do so. But I'm saying
We
we're going to go, and we need to take you with us to talk to the king. He will want to speak to you personally.
Well, I think we need to take these children to the meeting point. There's a lot of kids here who need to go home, you know, being kidnapped and shit like that.
How about? Hold on. What if? You clearly know where the Eyrie is. If you can, and you have flying mounts, what's to stop you? What's to stop us meeting back here in, say, a few weeks' time, and then potentially going to meet your king? We've got urgent business that needs dealing with here. These are young, traumatized people separated from their families.
Make a persuasion check, Brucon.
Sure,
We
and
can't lie.
I'm going to use my
Does
inspiration.
that give him advantage that he can't lie?
I would say not in this circumstance.
But I'm using inspiration anyway, so.
Yeah.
difficult.
Persuasion, you'll say. Jack?
Indeed. Sorry.
Yeah. That was a question.
I thought it was a rhetorical one. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus. Well, 13.
Yes,
rolled an
of
8
course.
and a
We could
6.
meet here in a few weeks' time, and I'm sure you'll be there and won't have changed your mind at all in the time that you've been gone.
I just cannot lie.
Just
And
because
also,
you
again,
think that
you
now
can fly.
doesn't-
You can...
Just because you think that now doesn't mean your mind won't change in the next 3 weeks, or maybe you even forget.
Why don't you escort us to the meeting point so we can hand the children over to the Moonrunners so they're all safe?
And I suppose your meeting point is in Rachir?
It's like an hour away from here.
So it's in Buracrin, yes?
Well,
You
yeah,
are,
we've
we are
been
from
to Rashir.
Buracrin, so yes.
So, if wyvern riders from Rachir go over the border into Buracrin, that would be a declaration of war, which we thought you were participating in. However, if it's clear that you are not spies from Buracrin, then us going across the border would be that declaration of war that we do not want to pursue.
Okay, we'll
Who's
stay
going
here
to
then.
declare it? Their military is so good. They sent out 5 freelancers who are getting paid 0 coins to save their people. If you go over there, there's no one to see that there's a declaration of war.
Right.
Just a
entirely
brief
true,
pause in. So what's Brucon's sort of meta knowledge around the Buracrin situation relating to what Seth has just said?
He would probably know some anyway, being a resident. So
Right. Yeah. So is it genuinely the case that if these guys set across into Buracrin airspace, then the Buracrin air defense network will trigger what's the
so you know that the vast majority of Buracrin troops have been moved to the border, and there are various watchtowers along the mountains.
border with
between-
Rachir?
Bordering Retreat, exactly. It just so happens that the route you have taken hasn't come across any towers. It's gone between them. Equally,
Right.
you're not really sure how far over the border you are because there's no, wall or anything. There's no hard border.
Right. Okay. Well, back in the moment. Brucon sort of muzzled over and goes, It's interesting to me that you're so suspicious of us when, at every stage of this encounter, you've been the attackers. We've not done anything to you. We've given you no reason whatsoever to be suspicious of us. We acted only in self-defense after you attempted to kidnap one of our group. How's about a little reciprocity here? You're asking everything of us and offering 0 compensation or compromise.
Well, there were Manticores here, and we fought them. Yes,
But you said you were here to do that anyway. That's got nothing to do with us.
we were
Did
told.
We
anybody
killed some.
did anybody see Neris attack the Manticore
You know what?
from our
there wa-
party?
from Seth would have.
Yeah, just say because first thing I did in that fight was fireball a Manticore and Screven Dragon and Draconic.
When you say Manticore,
Killed
you mean Wyvern.
No, I attacked a Manticore.
Right,
She
yeah.
didn't attack Manticore,
Yeah.
but then Seth has killed the lead Manticore
we-
as well. So you've got that.
We've been chewing through them for a while now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got a whole host of tail spikes, which has proven
Yeah.
useful as evidence. So anyway,
So Brucon's response to this guy is, you would, in what way is that offering us some kind of compromise? You were saying that was the whole reason you came here. That's got nothing to do with us. You're not offering us any compromise there. That's just you doing whatever it was you wanted to do, regardless.
well, we haven't killed you. That was a compromise.
Just to say, excuse me, I'm still just bleeding from where a Manticore spike has bedded me several times, if you'll excuse me. And I'm going to turn away and go find somewhere to sit where they can't quite see my mouth, and I'm going to use message. And I'm going to cast a message to Neris and just be like, Neris, I don't know where you are right now, only you can respond and hear this message. Try to get out before they find you.
The range of messages, is it like 120 feet or something?
120 feet.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah.
Okay. You're not gonna give us a few weeks, that's fine. Can you give us like an hour to discuss among ourselves?
If you're still here, of course.
Okay. Should we regroup, guys, and discuss?
Brucon pulls out the ever-smoking bottle and goes, I've got a little privacy. I've got a little privacy aid here if we need it.
I love it.
His thumb hovers over the cork.
Or we just go into one of the caves?
Oh, we could do that too.
So I guess Neris trying to remember how to get out. Would there be a way to ask an Aarakocra to help me leave or something? Like
you could
I guess
certainly
sneaking outside is first.
I mean, you could certainly sneak up to one and then attempt to speak to it as a disembodied voice, and I'm sure it would respond perfectly normally to that.
I know.
Especially as it doesn't. They probably most of them don't speak common as well, so that could be an issue. But what you can, I will say, Neris, make a perception check, because as you were leaving, you would have seen more of the Eyrie anyway, and you might have got more of a sense of the layout and where the main entrance is, because you know that there is one, because that was where you were going to go before taking the shortcut through the secret way in. So if you want to make a perception check,
also, I want to respond. So the closest town, again, because this is so many sessions back, so just remind me.
Sure.
The closest town that we were at was actually Hilberg, isn't it? Or was it?
Yes, that was the closest town. Yeah.
Several days away.
Yep.
Well, I'll just respond to Sep's message. Meet you in Hilberg. I don't know. I don't have enough of a grasp on the geography.
I'm gonna.
I mean, you rode on horseback, so you'd know. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna message her back. Like,
me as a player.
Do you know the way out of here?
No, I won't say. Can I retcon that? Sorry, because I'm trying to make sense. The fact that it wasn't here didn't help. I say, meet you where the large snake was.
Okay.
See?
Snake Lake. Yeah.
Snake.
We're fleeting guides that time. Yeah.
Yeah, we're at the grave of Fleeting. Fleeting's bane. Yeah, so just that and start sneaking out. I don't know if
so if you want to make a perception check, see what you can see around, so you can figure out a way out of here.
Right. Sorry, I need to swap. Perceptione. That is not a great check. That is 7.
Okay. I mean, all of these small potholes in the wall look fairly uniform, and you just can't make head or tail of where a main entrance would be. You just get blinded by the sameness, the uniformity of the place.
Sigh.
Sorry.
Right. Do I still see an exit I can go towards?
I mean, you know the one that you came from, but that's 30 feet up. But you know that one.
But with this perception check, see any other exits?
No, unfortunately, with a 7.
Damn. Okay, well, whenever next things, I'm gonna stay put.
In your little hidey hole.
Yeah. What else can I do except?
Well, you were saying about possibly talking to an Aarakocra, which, hey.
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
See, I don't need them to freak out and just start saying something weird's talking to me right here, people, right here. I need a bird alarm.
That is a weird.
So the rest of you, obviously having this conversation, this kind of bit of a standoff almost with the Dragonborn. Are you going to take? Did you want to take some time aside to discuss your options? Is that the plan, or did you want to further talk to the the Dragonborn?
I think
That's what Breena suggested. So
huddle team talk seems like a good idea. And James's phone battery is running low, by the way, so we might want to.
Might be a good time.
I was going to say that this would be a good jumping-off point as you're about to have that conversation, because then you can actually have the conversation ahead of next time and figure out what you want to do. Because it's, as you say, it seems a bit of a stalemate at this point. But that, negotiations, these things happen. You can find a way around it, I'm sure. So thank you, everyone, for joining us this week. Thank you to everyone getting involved in the chat as well. And, of course, to you, the players, welcome back. 2021. Yay! Session 61. It's going to be... Hey, we're going to have... it's looking up. We're going to have more sessions and more fun times this year. Keep it going like last year. And who knows, by the end of this year, we may all be in the same room again. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Ooh, and we're only 8 sessions away from the nicest session.
Yeah, this is true.
Yes, we've got that to look forward to too. So anyway, next week there will be the next session of The Cage going live, premiering on YouTube. That's Monday at 6 p.m. Don't miss it. Session 7 is
was
called,
a nail biter.
It's a nail biter, and it's called Oh Shit. And I think that's all you need to know about Session 7. But check it out.
Yeah.
That's Monday at 6 p.m. on our YouTube channel. And as for our live stream campaign here in the Manylands, 2 weeks' time, guys. I'll see you then, if not before. Until then, everyone stay safe, have a great week, and next week as well, and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.